game changer when it comes to early detection of heart disease and cancer. So give them a call and get your free heart scan. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that's definitely worth it. It's Life Imaging FLA. When you talk to them, ask them about cancer screening. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and talk to Life Imaging FLA.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Preparation is key, my friends. And guys, we know for getting ready for work, you have a coffee, you're getting ready for dinner with your in-laws, maybe you kick it up a notch. If you're getting ready for the bedroom, BlueChew is what you bring with you. It's a performance enhancement for the bedroom that you absolutely deserve to try out. This is going to give you that extra boost, that extra confidence when it's time to perform. And BlueChew is a unique online service that has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's chewable and it's a fraction of the cost. This all goes down online, by the way. You don't have to visit the doctor's office. No awkward conversations, no waiting in line or anything. Right to your front door, nice and discreet, just like you want it to be. Try BlueChew free when you use the promo code, which is TNJ. All you have to pay is $5 shipping. That's it, and you get to try this out. Go on an adventure, friends. That's BlueChew.com. Use the promo code TNJ for your first month free at BlueChew.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. If you are in an accident, take pictures of everything. The damage, the roadways, and the other drivers, and call the police. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Gators, ghosts, and goblins. Only at Gatorland.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit, DEPOSIT, deposit. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Kamala Vs Fox News to a One Direction star's body gets the TMZ treatment, and inside the Menendez family press conference, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hola.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to newsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show at YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And how's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Pretty good.
Feeling good. Beautiful outside. Love it.
Yeah,
How
here we
are you?
are. Good. Things are okay around here, cruising through the week. Actually, this week seems like it's going so fast as compared to last week. I don't know what's going on with that. But
no hurricane, I believe.
yeah, that makes it better, I think. It's just any kind of normal schedule thing. I like my schedules. I like to keep things on track. And so this week it's a little easier to do that. Plus, it is beautiful outside today.
Christmas is here.
Very, very nice. A little cooler than it normally is, and I'll take that in whenever we can.
The week's going fast for me, too. That whole Wednesday start day really just
not too shabby.
Does it.
Be nice, huh? Must be nice.
It
California wine adventure, and then 3-day work week.
Yep.
It's what dreams are made of. Let's do our opening clip. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Telemundo.
Yeah, see.
Telemundo had a town hall, and Trump was at the town hall, and he got a question from a woman.
Puerto Rico.
That he said was the most difficult question he had been asked. Oh. Very, very difficult. He said, this is a hard one. That question was, can you name 3 good things about Kamala Harris? And here he goes.
That's a very hard question. That's the toughest question. The other ones are easy.
His mic work. You see the pinky?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I think she's harmed our country horribly at the border, with inflation, with so many other things.
All right, just to reiterate, there was say 3 nice things about Kamala Harris. So far, we're not headed down that path.
No.
You got to swerve back around. Do the swerve. This is swerve time.
But she seems to have an ability to survive.
Oh.
She seems to
Number one, ability to survive. Tell me the next thing is she has 2 eyes and 2 ears.
She's excellent at breathing. She like, that is the most basic thing you could ever say.
She's good at staying, won't go away.
My favorite thing about C-Lane, he's an excellent sitter. He is one of the best I've ever seen.
You think he's good at sitting? Wait till you see how he stands.
Oh, God.
with so many other things.
Soundstage as X Factor Latino?
It's really... like there's whooshes going on. The camera's spinning around.
They did a wide pan 360, and he's holding the mic as if he is singing Ave Maria.
I get the feeling on this third one where he's like, she has a nice way about her. This is all very difficult. You don't want to say 3 nice things about your enemies. Mm-hmm. And I get a feeling he's going to swerve. I haven't heard this yet, but it was like, she's got a very nice way about her. But
in a way, it's really
far the toughest question I've had today.
Okay.
And I guess they did the same thing with Kamala Harris when she did the Univision thing. So they got a lady who's like their Spanish Ken Bone, and her job each time is just say 3 nice things about the other person. And I've never heard this, so I don't know what Kamala Harris said about Trump for the 3 nice things, but let's see.
Could you please give me...
At the beginning, they were like, well, this really terrible person.
It's a tough question, I guess.
But what if they asked that to you? Say 3 nice things about Sean.
Okay. He is really good at breathing.
Oh, it hurts. Yeah, that's about how Kamala felt.
I could name 3 things about you where I don't believe that we are competing against each other. I believe we're in the same team. So I think that you are an intelligent man, and you are your shirt choices are interesting, and I believe that makes you unique. And you're a hell of a radio host.
Wow, I didn't even believe the last one.
All right, your turn.
0 buy-in. I can actually do it.
Oh
I would say.
What?
You're
7 minutes in, man.
Wait, this is too early to fight?
Number
Do you have
one,
was this like swimming after eating or something? Is there a timeline that we have to adhere to here?
I think that's actually a good rule, but go ahead. 3 things.
I would say that Sabrina is funny and creative. And very, and I've said this many times. About you. Very, very good manners. She has very good manners. Those are the things I would say about you.
Thank you.
All right. So now you, Sealand. Over to you.
We're gonna do me first.
Oh yeah, we gotta say.
Sealand has, I believe, a great heart. He's a mindful man.
I'm gonna second that one.
He is. He's cute.
I'm not going to second that one.
And he also is really good at technology.
Yes. Yeah, that would definitely be on my 3 for Sealand. They're very good at technology and funny, I would add on there. You apparently do not think he's funny, but I do. I think that he's a funny guy.
This is crazy what you're doing.
Go ahead, Sealand. 3 nice things
about both of you.
Yeah, since Sean combined his with mine.
No, I agreed with the 2 of them. Definitely, I would have said the same exact thing, but then I just added my 3rd one.
All right, Sean, you're very punctual. You show up to your own house.
Son of a bitch starts with punctual. That's what he says. That's barely above breathing. That's only 1 notch up on the list.
You're very good at staying on the radio.
That's good.
Just haven't left too many times that I could count. And, you're a funny guy.
Everyone's funny. That's good.
I almost wish Sealand went first now that I'm thinking about it.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
It's hard to come up with unique things that people haven't already said before.
Well, you have Sabrina left, so we can wrap this whole thing up.
Yeah. Sabrina, very intelligent.
Thank you.
Quick.
As far as my running with my legs, or
no, just like
my wit.
Quick, witty.
No, you're slow on the street.
And you're not so good at getting compliments, but
it's a childhood thing.
Right into a fight.
I'm not fighting.
Well, here's why we can't do nice things like this.
I take Thursdays off for fighting.
All right.
But that 3rd thing, Sealand, real quick.
3rd thing, what's funny?
Cool.
Wasn't that the first thing?
That was the first thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah, well, actually, that's pretty good that you got 2 funnies in there. I would say that's that's a nice thing, actually.
All right. Well, that felt good.
All right. You guys feel better about things?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, there's some stuff I'm going to think about in the middle of the night tonight. But
let's see what Kamala said about Trump. We didn't get that.
I almost think it's probably some sort of you know how there used to be a radio thing where it's like, you don't mention other stations. You don't talk about other stations. You don't remind people that other stations exist. I think there's almost like an unwritten rule of campaigning. Mm-hmm. Not on the vice presidential side, because those 2 guys borderline love each other. But
they really did get along, didn't they? Right?
To not say, I mean, Kamala could admit that Donald Trump is funny. But I think that some people would take that as a weakness. She doesn't want to show weakness by saying nice things about Trump.
No, I think it would probably be very hard for them. Imagine you're in a campaign and you're going up against the other person and they're saying the meanest possible stuff about you, right? No matter where you are politically, think about your person and what the other person's saying about them. And now imagine they go, say 3 nice things about this person who keeps running attack ads on you all over the country. Somebody who spent tens of millions of dollars slamming you and running your name through the mud. I would not really want to say something nice. But normies, just regular non-political people watching, will be like, well, why couldn't they just say something nice about the other person?
Get along. Come on.
In reality, I'd want to be brutal. I'd be like, there is nothing nice to say about this cretin of an individual. You want to just go further.
I mean, you're pretty much putting them on the spot and asking them to derail parts of their campaign. Like, we talked yesterday about the ad We didn't have her name. Debbie Murkisel Powell is the one that's running against Rick Scott. She's like, the biggest snake in Florida, not in the Everglades.
I saw that finally this morning.
Hilarious, right?
So funny.
He's a slithery snake. And you go, all right, now say something nice about Rick Scott. He has nice head.
Yeah. He
forehead.
has, where are the eyebrows?
I would also like if one of the candidates did this, if they said, okay, Trump, say 3 nice things about Kamala Harris. And then Trump said 3 nice things about Kamala Harris. And then Kamala Harris runs an ad campaign where she's like, even Donald Trump likes Kamala Harris. She's nice.
Kamala says I'm funny. She says, I love my family.
You just run those spots and make it look like the other person supports you. That's the brutalness of these kind of campaigns. I don't know how you can be in a campaign and then shake the other person's hand. It seems so personal to me. They're talking about your kids sometimes. They're talking about your family. They're saying the worst, least charitable things about you.
And it's good sportsmanship or something.
I know. That's the thing. And we know it's fake, right? We know behind closed doors, they probably just aren't friendly with one another. The only thing where that changes a little bit is like if you have primaries, the people that attack each other in the primaries, they're all in the same party. So behind closed doors, they're probably buddies with each other. Some of them at least, not all of them. But the way I play ball, I don't know that I could do that. Like if we were going up against some radio show and somebody said, say 3 nice things about that radio show, and they were saying horrible things about me, I couldn't do it, I don't think.
A lot of the people in the primaries have worked together. It's they're on the same team. It's that's why I think primaries are kind of difficult because it's like, hey, everybody who's on the same team now trash each other.
It's doable. I mean, J.D. Vance, before he became the VP pick, had said what would be considered mean things about Trump.
Oh, laundry list of them. Yeah,
and they show that you can get past that when it comes to the general election.
Yeah, if you are looking to forward your best interest and put yourself in the spotlight and you are willing to swallow your pride, you can absolutely do it. I don't know if I have that quality. I do not know. Sam on YouTube says, political ads should all be about what they are going to do without mentioning the other candidates and what they've done, haven't done. I like that. I appreciate what you're saying. The only problem is it doesn't work. Attack ads are run because attack ads work. When you say things like, I don't know, I can't think of a good example of a Kamala Harris attack ad. Well, I guess it's usually like fascism and Trump is going to be a dictator on day one. That's what some of this stuff, felon, all those things. And then Trump will run the ads. He spent $20 million on the one about Kamala where he was like, she wants trans prison illegal inmates to get sex changes,
paid for by taxpayers.
Paid for by taxpayer dollars. So these people are going at each other, right? And it just seems like, one thing I would like actually is if they changed it to this. I don't even know how you would pull this off, but if you could say whatever you put in your political ads and whatever promises you make to the American public, you need to have those on a checkbox behind the podium whenever there's a press conference at the White House. So if you say you're going to get rid of taxes on tips for people in the service industry, that needs to be up on some board. But all the things that you say, whatever your main points are of your campaign, need to be up behind your press conferences. And then if you do them, if you actually accomplish them, check mark. If not, it sits there. And the whole country can see that you haven't accomplished the thing that you promised everybody. I think maybe that would make people less likely to go Pizza Thursdays and soda in the water fountains and all of the promises that they make.
Can we do the same thing, but for people who swear to move to Canada?
That too, yeah, right. Have we got anybody yet before the election? Have we got any celebrities that are saying they're going to move yet?
I feel like there's been one or two.
I don't remember any offhand. Maybe you do. If you do, hit us up at the dispatch.
This year, or
yeah, this cycle,
okay.
This election cycle. I don't know if there's anybody, but there has to have been. But I just don't remember anybody offhand. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to join us during the show, and you can send us what we call a dispatch over there. Last night there was a fiery. That's what they're calling. No. I'm sorry, testy. That's what a lot of the articles said. Watch, if I put Kamala testy in Google News here. Testy. CNN, Kamala Harris spars with Fox News anchor in testy interview. The Guardian, Kamala Harris pledges break from Biden presidency in testy Fox News interview. And over they say testy. NPR, Harris interview on Fox gets testy. All these damn headlines saying testy. AP News saying the same thing. What is testy? Let's get the actual definition of this. Testy definition.
I believe one of your testicles.
No, that is two. That is two.
Testy.
Easily irritated, impatient, and somewhat bad-tempered.
Oh, what a
that
surprise.
Actually sounds bad.
Describing a woman.
That sounds bad. Would you use testy to describe a man? Would you say
if he was being testy?
I feel like another word would be used as far as headlines go. I don't know if testy would be the one that is used. I think it would be something else. Aggravated. Angry.
So the question is testy tied to generally speaking about women? Though the example they give here is his testy disapproving father. But just anecdotally in my head, I do feel like it was like, oh man, she was being a bit testy.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would say Sealand was being very testy today. I don't know if I would use it about a guy, honestly. And I'm not thinking that the press is going after Kamala Harris for being a woman. Please, if anything, that's the opposite of that. But I don't know about the use of that word. That's kind of interesting.
Is that to infer that they shouldn't be using words that are usually reserved for women?
For me, I don't care that much. And
I don't either, but
I don't think it's they should or shouldn't, but it's just, I think, an interesting note.
Yeah, do they is the question. And I don't know. It
reminds me of the argument that we shouldn't be calling her Kamala. It should be Harris.
They don't want to say angry. They don't want to say angry sounds worse than testy, I think. Angry seems like, oh, the candidate was angry up there. But easily irritated does have a negative connotation. Impatient, somewhat bad-tempered, that all seems kind of bad at the definition of
testy.
But now we know. So what happened during this interview? Well, we're going to go through that. We'll see what went down. We'll see the interesting moments and who you think performed better, or if you think Kamala Harris had a good performance. That's worth going over because we are, 19 days? Is that right?
Yeah, baby.
I think 19-ish days away from the election. We have a lot of non-political stuff to get into today, and we'll have fun. We'll enjoy ourselves along the way. We also have to do some kind of more serious stuff. This One Direction story is insane.
Man.
Insane. And TMZ posting the photo of his body still on the asphalt.
Within minutes. Of the news breaking.
And isn't that something else? So, okay, apparently this happened yesterday in the afternoon within a very short period of time because people saw it. The news was leaked out on TMZ. Within maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I mean, maybe a little bit more than that, but not too much. Courtney and I went to go take Lady for a walk. And as we're walking out the door, she goes, yeah, I heard this happened. And I said, yeah. And I saw the photos of inside his hotel room and this and that. And I go, how do we know all of this? This man literally just jumped off of a balcony. How do we know all of these things right now?
And mind you, not in the U.S. So that only,
Argentina.
Internationally, someone was able to get in touch with another witness in Buenos Aires and got that info.
Yeah, there was a girl who said, my friend just texted me. She's in Argentina, and Liam Payne from One Direction just jumped off a balcony, and he's dead. And just fires around the globe, just all over the place. So we'll talk about some of the details on that story as well. We got a lot coming up on a very busy Thursday, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Monday Night Football. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Want to go? We have 2 chances for you to win tickets to the game. Go to realradio.fm/contest for your shot to win and enter for a second pair of tickets on our Instagram at realradio1041.
Fire the cannons.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic slowing down on I-4 eastbound, approaching the Champions Gate area. Congestion at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. There's an earlier accident still causing delays on Goldenrod Road southbound, approaching Narcoossee Road. And just keep in mind, police activity and local crews are going to be on the roadways, so move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral. online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Jessica, I had a really nice time tonight.
Me too.
Of all the girls in Orlando, there's no one I'd rather spend time with.
I feel the same way.
There's just one thing I have to tell you. Now, only with Verizon, you can get YouTube Premium for just $10 per month with my plan, making it totally ad-free, because there's nothing worse than an interruption from an ad right when things are about to get interesting.
What?
Check it out at a Verizon store here in Orlando.
My car's here. Bye.
YouTube Premium perk requires line subscribe to my plan. Must be 18 years old or cancel anytime. One offer per eligible Verizon line. Additional terms apply. U.S. only.
Marijuana is scientifically proven to be safer than alcohol, but casual marijuana users are treated like dangerous criminals. It's time for a change, and law enforcement officers across Florida agree. Here's Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith with more.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person, and it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3, legal marijuana for adults, safe, regulated, lab tested, and from a store, not the street. Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Save Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, suite number 3321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
2025s are here. It's the model year-end event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Check out the bold and colorful new 2025 Kicks or used cars from $8,968. And your credit problems are no problem at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. Plus tax and fees with approved credit.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office Orlando.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit, DEPOSIT, deposit. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
That's how you join us. You can record a video or audio dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll play it right back here, getting your opinions right alongside the discussion on the show. Kamala Harris had an interview with Fox News finally, and this was a heated, testy even, back and forth between the two, which, of course, it was. I mean, that's just the way it's going to go. It's probably the one kind of difficult interview I think that she's done so far, because she knew she was going to face a lot of heated questions. So, and it's a setup that where if the Fox guy goes easy on her, people are going to dump all over him.
Sure. That's what I wanted to ask. Like, so I know some of the anchors on Fox News. Not familiar with
Brett Baer.
So is he considered like one of the tougher reporter anchors on
he's
Fox
a guy
News?
Who kind of seems to be more in the news division. Everybody has opinions, obviously, and you could tell where he politically aligns, just like anybody else. But he's one of the more newsy type guys, not opinionated as much as the evening hosts are. And maybe the guys who is more respected, I would say, over at Fox News, that Brett Baer would be in that category. And so he seemed to have a friendly back and forth with Harris. And then when the interview starts, they just right into it. I think they said you got 30 minutes. He ended up having about 26 or 27. And then her handlers were saying, nope, we're done. We're out of here. We want to stop it right where we have it. And I saw a lot of people afterwards, especially a lot of the articles about this, where testy. They said they thought Kamala Harris didn't do a good job. And while I agree it wasn't a great interview, I don't think it was for the reason that they said. So many of the critics of this interview with Kamala Harris on Fox News were saying it was because she got angry. She got angry and she was upset during this interview. Who cares? I don't care if Trump gets angry during an interview or Kamala Harris gets angry during an interview. I want him to be angry about some stuff. Why would I care about that? I care about people not answering questions. And that's the political thing, right? That's somebody going, all right, technically, I do have a viewpoint on this, but I don't want to say the viewpoint because it will hurt me with these people. You're doing the math in real time in your head. You might have opinions as a candidate that you can't even actually say because it'll alienate certain parts of your voting base. And you don't want to do that. Every single vote counts in an election like this. And a lot of this just became them talking over each other. I think this is the moment or close to it where they were both just go blah, 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 same time, just blabbing.
Is unyielding and unwavering.
Critics just say that you either relaxed or failed to enforce sanctions on Iran, allowing all of this money to flow into Iran, like billions.
Let's go back to Donald Trump, who pulled out of a deal that would have actually put Iran in check.
The estimates in billions.
It was during Donald Trump's administration
that Iran regime
that we had an American.
This is such a battle when you're doing this because you go, if I keep going, maybe they'll shut up.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll win this out.
You have moments like this where neither of them are backing down. And in that moment, no one's listening to each other. Like once they both stop, it's like, okay, what did you say actually?
Yeah, as the viewer, you go, didn't get anything from that back and forth. I don't know what they're saying. They're both just doing their own shows.
Military base that was attacked, where American soldiers suffered traumatic brain injuries, and Donald Trump dismissed them as headaches. Not to mention how Donald Trump has
all of this money
has treated and talked about America's military and military service people.
And just so everybody knows, and this is probably painfully obvious to most of you, but just for the folks who don't understand, her audience here is the Fox News viewers. It's not her fan base quite as much. Her audience here is the Fox News viewers, and she wants to say stuff that she thinks will get to them. That's why she's saying Trump insulted the veterans. That's why she's doing some of these particular lines.
Say that it goes
Suckers
to Hezbollah,
and losers
Hamas
has diminished
and
the
Houthis.
significance.
We're talking over each other. I apologize.
I would like that we would have a conversation that is grounded in full assessment of the facts, which includes, I think this interview is supposed to be about the choices that
this was at the tail end of the interview where they kind of just talked over each other. And then I think there was a moment. Yeah, he said that her handlers interrupted this. This is Brett Baer talking afterwards, like doing his overview of what he thought of the interview.
Dana, you've been on the other side. You've been on the rapper as a press secretary interviewing a president. And, you know, I'm talking like 4 people waving their hands like it's got to stop. So, Martha, I had to dismount there at the end. There's so many things, and she maybe should do more.
You know what I thought he didn't do a good job of? He mentioned, your handlers are trying to wrap this up right now. And she's like, yeah. Why not when the handlers America doesn't like the handlers. America wants the candidate, right? America doesn't want to believe there's somebody controlling the presidential candidate. When 4 handlers of Kamala Harris are trying to stop the interview and get you to wrap up, why don't you say to the vice president, hey, 4 of your staff members are urging you to stop this interview right now. Would you like to do that? Or do you think it's important enough to talk more about this topic or that topic? And let her make the decision. And then you go, okay, it's on her that she wanted to end the interview here. You can't blame it on anybody else. He didn't do that, though. He just mentioned that there were people trying to get him to wrap it up. But she didn't answer a whole bunch of the questions. I don't know that that's surprising. I don't know that anybody is surprised by this. And I don't know that anybody is not only going to be swayed by this, I don't know if anybody's going to be swayed by anything moving forward. Very, very deeply rooted voters is where we find ourselves right now. But I liked it. I like to see the contentiousness. I like to see the tough questions. I like to see people turning the screws a little bit. I don't care to see, like, if Kamala Harris was on MSNBC, I don't want to watch that. Or with Howard Stern in this gushing, fawning interview. That's boring. It's boring stuff. I want to see a little bit of fireworks. And I think that's what you saw here. So
I saw a lot of people getting on Stern for that interview.
Yeah, or he's talking about, who's your favorite race car driver, or I don't know. I only saw a couple of stories.
They were criticizing him for saying that he didn't like Maya Rudolph's impression of Kamala Harris on Saturday Night Live.
He's such a pussy.
Because, this election is too important, and this is too important for them to make fun of you in that way, or something like that. It was just like, dude, what happened?
This is a guy who did blackface and dropped the N-bomb so many times that he's deathly afraid that people are going to come after him. So he has all the politics you would expect to back himself up so he doesn't get criticism for that. And he does every once in a while. Does every once in a while. When she was going to go on Howard Stern's show, people were dredging up those old clips and look what he did, look what he did. Very, very pathetic, I think. But I like this. I like the little more electricity. Just like I like Trump and the black journalists, or, Trump and the Bloomberg guy even. That's kind of exciting stuff. What do you think? How do you think the performance went? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll get into what happened with this One Direction star and how some of the coverage is pretty insane. And, well, no, not even pretty insane. Just insane. It's
straight up.
Out of line, unacceptable. And I know that we have coverage of Hollywood stories and pop stars, and that's kind of built into our media apparatus. But posting the body of a dude who jumped off a balcony just moments before, that's gross.
It is.
That's really gross behavior. That's somebody's kid.
And I got to tell you, also very gross, and there's only so much that you can control with an individual and what they post, but there has got to be some sort of change, for me personally, thinking in the X platform, because trying to see the latest on the news yesterday, I've never seen more fake, quote-unquote, suicide videos. They're all real, they're all different people, but they were within moments of that news breaking. Some disgusting footage that I was seeing that anyone could see.
I can't get into the mentality of the people who do this. Like, well, who is the person who goes, ooh, I'm going to post a fake one, and then this is going to go viral, and I'm going to misinform a whole bunch of people, and then I'll get some likes. Okay? I can't even get behind that mindset. But yes, people were coming out in hordes and doing that yesterday. One interesting note that I should drop out there, when asked how it's not something new for her to be in power since she's been the vice president for the last 3.5 years, and how she's acting like things are going to be so different, Kamala Harris said, let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. That's the first time she said anything like that. That's kind of a mini shot, because she's been very, I think, respectful, other than taking a spot in the election. I think she's tried to say nice things about Joe Biden. I don't know that she had a
choice in that manner.
I think she wanted that to happen. I think she wanted
it to happen. Yes, but I don't. As the report would have it, there was other people that were kind of stoking that fire.
Oh, she stomped them out quick. She won that one. She said, let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
Congratulations, Joe. Excuse me. Having a baby.
I was looking at something else, and I stopped reading.
It's going to be a soccer player.
Come on.
If Joe Biden came out in the news as pregnant, man, would we be 2024? That would be.
I think I'd be done with 2024 at that point.
I'd probably take a week off. Just get the hell out of here. Okay, when we come back, we'll get to.
No, you wouldn't. You would not. You would not skip the most crazy possible week of your career.
Biden Babygate. You'd be all over that. The One Direction star story. We're going to talk about everything that happened behind the scenes and some of the sleazy coverage. And we'll get into the Menendez brothers press conference that went down yesterday. Man, there's a lot to touch on. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
All week on the Jim Colbert Show, it's your chance to join us on the Bucks Bus as we go to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, October 27th.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we're off to a cool start to our Thursday morning. Temperatures across the board are in the 50s and 60s this morning, so you'll certainly want to grab the jacket as you get out the door. But by this afternoon, we will warm into the mid-70s. Still, though, that is about 10 degrees below our normal high in the mid-80s for this time of year. So plan for a high today of 74 degrees with breezy winds, but plenty of sunshine. Temperatures warm back into the low 80s by this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Headquarter Hyundai will do whatever it takes to get you into a new Hyundai with our lowest price guarantee. Drive home today in a new Hyundai. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. That's only $99 per month. Plus, get up to $5,000 more for your trade. Headquarter Hyundai. We'll do whatever it takes. See all our specials online at headquarterhyundai.com. $99 month lease. Elantra SEL 36 months, 7,500 miles, 3,500 down. $899 dealer fee. Trade-in based on KBB fair trade value. See dealer for details.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. When people ask me what I do for a living, I don't even blink. I'm an accident attorney. For those who've never been in an accident, that carries a negative connotation. For those who have, they understand. They need an attorney to fight a billion-dollar insurance company to make sure their bills are paid and that their future is protected. Very proud of what I do, and I take it very serious. If that works for you, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Mr. World here, just watching a scary movie with my eyes covered, which reminds me, my eyes are also covered by my vision insurance, and I need to hurry to Eyeglass World and use my benefits by the end of the year. You know, before they expire. Like that poor guy.
Use your vision insurance today to buy one pair of glasses and get 40% off the second pair at Eyeglass World. Visit eyeglassworld.com to schedule your exam online and for offer details.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. From iced lattes to smoothies to a late-night milkshake. Get any handcrafted 16 or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by BlueChew. Find them online at BlueChew.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Learn more about the show over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. And that's where you can send us a dispatch, video dispatch or audio dispatch to be featured on the show right alongside us. This story about one of the guys from the group One Direction is an excellent example of just how gross things can get in the media and online. And some of the coverage of this was horrific and unacceptable and should lead to people losing their jobs. But it won't, because people who work in the media, many of them are gross, just gross individuals who are saying, let's get the clicks. Doesn't matter what it is. And the first thing I'll clear up for some of you is, what is a One Direction? Because Courtney goes, I don't know anything about One Direction, really. And I said, that's because I think everybody only knows the boy bands from their time.
Yeah.
So maybe it's NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Elder millennials.
Maybe it's One Direction and The Wanted. I forgot what the other one that was big at that time was called. You can go further back and you can bring up all these examples of Menudo, all these different points in time. There's almost always BTS, a boy band that is front and center, beloved by most young girls, but generally played on pop stations across the world. And One Direction for a time was the big one. Harry Styles was one of the singers in One Direction. He's gone on to have a big solo career. He's doing movies, right? He's been in movies. Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of
solo tour.
Yes, yeah. He does
tours.
Stadium tours, and he sells out stadiums. He's big right now. And Liam Payne is another guy from One Direction who I don't think has done as well on his own. He's not as much of a household name.
No, and I had to verify yesterday, but Liam Payne was kind of the outsider of the group. It was a couple years ago that he was doing a lot of press, but he was coming out and saying some shady stuff. He was off. And I remember the last time that he made headlines, it was because some weird interview where he was like, I was supposed to be, the lead. Simon had told me I was going to be the lead of One Direction. And
you talking about Simon Cowell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Simon Cowell was supposed to be the one that was behind One Direction after they were on X Factor. But he was, I guess, estranged for the most part when everyone started going big. Because that Zayn guy had a good solo thing going on, and he was married to Gigi Hadid or something like that. So, but you had not heard the name Liam Payne in quite some time, except if you were a huge fan and following him on social media.
And here's a good example of, if you're not familiar with One Direction or this guy, Liam Payne, how this hits. See Witch on YouTube says, my daughter cried when she heard the news about this poor guy. They were the first band she followed. For a lot of younger people right now, this is their first big celebrity that they've known that died. For me, when I was young, I remember the exact day
John Lennon died.
Going to Crestwood Middle School when Kurt Cobain died. I remember the exact day. I remember my friend Aaron was really upset because he was the biggest Nirvana fan of the world. I was just kind of interested in all what was going on. I had never experienced anything like that before. You probably have that. Every single person, no matter what generation you grew up in.
I think who it had been. Maybe, I think Aaliyah probably would have been
Aaliyah plane crash.
The talk of the recess yard.
Right. Everybody has that. When you were of that formidable age in your teens and one of the big stars that you either looked up to or were familiar with ended up dying. For my son, it would probably be a guy named Mac Miller, because when he died, I remember, very, very similar circumstances. So to younger people, that's what they're getting with this One Direction singer.
For me, it was Biggie. I was that cool.
Was it? Wow. No. Way ahead of his time, this guy. This all went down in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Was it somebody different for you, C-Lane?
I could not pinpoint who that would have been.
Because you would have been too young for Kurt Cobain, I think, for that to have any impact.
A little bit. Yeah, a little too young. Although I remember them talking about it a lot on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which celebrity death would have hit me that early.
Right. Yeah, well, this is it for some of these Gen Z. No, not even Gen Z. Gen Alpha, whatever the other folks are. This happened in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and they said he fell/jumped from the third floor, which is just at that height where you think if he landed and didn't die, he would have been a mess. As a Casa Sur hotel in Argentina's capital, he had extremely serious injuries. And TMZ decided it would be a good and righteous idea to take photos of his body that I'm sure they bought. Good chance they purchased these from some young fans who ran over there after his body hit the asphalt.
And for how much, you think? Because that's insane.
Because that's a big story, even if they're getting heat for it. I bet they paid a bunch. I don't know that they did. Maybe they didn't, but I bet they paid a bunch. And then they showed, here's the tattoos of this body. And here's the tattoos of this guy from this boy band. And that is just gross behavior. It's just really gross behavior. All of this happened so fast. The first word of this was a tweet that now has 20 million views. And somebody on Twitter, sorry, Charlie, said, mutual friend is in Argentina at the same hotel as Liam Payne. And she said he just jumped off his balcony. There are ambulances everywhere and things are nuts. I sincerely hope he's okay if this actually happened. Holy smokes, dude. She said he was apparently acting high in the lobby, and he didn't seem like he was in a good place. So I guess it was a huge scene at this hotel.
Yeah. I heard the 911 call from the hotel. I mean, it's all in Spanish, but they had called when he started to act erratic in the lobby. Mm-hmm. And I think at that point it's when they escorted him back to his hotel room. And then quickly after, you're getting the pictures of inside his hotel room.
Right. Here's the 911 call. What's the emergency? I'll translate for it. Hello, good afternoon. I just called now, but the line went dead. I'm calling from the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Costa Rica. What happened there? We have a guest who is off his head on drugs and alcohol. And, well, when he is conscious, he's destroying everything in the room, the guy says. And, well, we need you to send someone, please. Okay, I understand. Are you saying he's aggressive, the woman says. And that's the clip of the 911 call. So he was just out of his mind, destroying stuff. They say perhaps this girl he was seeing left. The social media stuff was gross, too. There were so many people that were like, he had a cease and desist from his ex, and he was abusive towards her, rest in piss. And just evil stuff. People just like in the moment. This guy clearly had some issues. Don't celebrate people's deaths immediately after they die unless they're really that bad. All right? Osama bin Laden, I'm celebrating. But some boy band guy who you just...
Al Bugatti died like a dog.
That's great. Go for it. But this is a person. And maybe he's flawed, but he's somebody's son. And God, man, that was
bad. It's just so weird because you're finding yet another example of there are people that are not looking at this for what it is. Like it's such a weird filter of going viral first, and you are not really processing the fact that someone ended their life. That there's some serious mental health issues.
Internet points are above actually caring.
It's sad, man. It's a sad thing that happened.
Yeah, I thought some of the coverage was so bad. Let us know what you think about this. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
That's a hell of a scene.
Yeah, how do the photos of his hotel room even come out? How did this even get released?
One of the first things. It's wild.
I'm not advanced enough of a drug user to know what I'm looking at here.
I see
some powder. I see foil. I see what's with a Dove bar? Is there a drug that you use soap with? That soap is involved in it?
Or it might just be something that it came in.
I guess. Yeah. So it's like stuff that looks nefarious all over the place. And then the second photo was the TV in the hotel room that I guess had been smashed when he was.
And he had posted like an hour before all of this happened.
He did.
First reply, how do you have this already?
Yeah, that's true. 17 hours ago. He did post like right before this, but do you think, because in it his girlfriend was there and they were at some like palatial estate or something, you think that's somebody posting, like he has a professional, somebody who posts stuff on his account to make sure he's not posting something stupid?
No,
or do you think
it was
he
his
posted
Snapchat.
that?
I think he posted it. Was a selfie video.
Yeah, but the video was not really something too bad. It seemed like everything was okay.
But if his girlfriend was in it, she had left a couple days before.
Yes, or just left. Maybe just left.
He was talking to somebody.
He was talking to his girlfriend in the video, and she said at the very end of it, "We sleep until noon every day. It's embarrassing." And then he looked at the camera, and then he stopped the video. And he was excited about having some time on his own, blah, 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 those kind of things. Anyhow, sad for the youngins and terrible behavior from the adults on this one. Let's see what you think. We'll get to those dispatches. We'll get to what happened at that Menendez brother press conference, what the latest is with them, and an update. And this is the one you were waiting for, on our Hurricane Lieutenant Dan guy. Yes.
Oh.
That's right.
A good one, too.
is coming back. What happened this time? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Orlando City is back at Inter&Co Stadium to close out the regular season against Atlanta United Saturday. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. It is brought to you by WG Sports Center. Discover indoor soccer. For details and to join their team, follow at WG Sports Center.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for an accident causing a bit of slowdowns here on Goldenrod Road southbound before Narcoossee Road. Traffic is slowing down on I-4 eastbound approaching the Champions Gate area. There's an earlier accident where Old Lake Wilson Road meets Osceola-Polkline Road. Watch out for that one. And just keep in mind, if you see police activity or local crews on the roadways, move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is warning you about phishing scams tricking you into revealing personal info. For even more protection, choose LifeLock, which alerts you to suspicious uses of your info and fixes the issues. Start your 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/cybersafety.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Join us for the fall edition of Harry's Sip and Savor, Saturday, October 26th at 7 p.m., featuring Chef Tello Luna's creative menu and Tripping Animals Brewing. Limited seating available. Make your reservations now at harryspoolside.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Attention active adults looking for a place where every day feels like a vacation? Discover what it's like to get spoiled and stay healthy. Join us Saturday, October 19th from 11 to 3 at Del Webb Sunbridge for your chance to experience the ultimate social lifestyle for 55-plus living. Enjoy food, drinks, DJ, and fun while you explore 7 model homes and our world-class clubhouse with resort amenities. Don't miss out. Visit delwebb.com/sunbridge for more information with new homes from the mid-300,000s. delwebb.com/sunbridge. See you October 19th.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
We have a free podcast for you, and it's posted right after the show each day over on thenewsjunkie.com, and you can listen on iHeartRadio. We hope that's where you check out the show each day. And if you want to get updates, if you want to get the alerts when the show is posted, just follow me on Twitter and hit the alert button, and then each day when it posts, bam, I post it on there, and you'll be in the know. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Robert emails the show, and he says he wants to fix politics. Good luck, Robert.
Step one.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of steps in this process, but he says the easiest way to fix all this political stuff is to consider political ads as what they really are, advertisements. We have laws against false advertising, meaning you cannot lie in an ad in order to profit from it, which is why Red Bull had to change the spelling to wings with 3 eyes. Make politicians start only telling the truth in their ads, and that will fix all this crap.
Simple as that, John.
Good luck to you, Robert. From your mouth to God's ears. Probably not going to happen. It's been the history of this country that we have had yellow journalism. You can look into that if you'd like. We've had all of these political campaigns. Even back in the day, they would write letters in newspapers saying that their political opponents had herpes or some other STD.
Cartoons in the newspapers. Why am I forgetting the name of that?
Political cartoons?
Yeah, and that was the basis of that, like the giant nose. Yeah. This is who you want running the country, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's as old as politics are, I think. But I wish there could be something done about it. DJ Phone emails, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And he said, with Liam Payne, the One Direction star, plunging to his death from 3 floors up, The Drudge Report teased the story with this headline, One Direction, down. And I know somebody that made that joke shortly after this was announced, and I immediately thought...
Anyone who would do that, shame on you.
I agree. And I thought it was way too soon, and I may not speak with that person any longer.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you have a screenshot?
That's neither here nor there, but I do see on the Drudge Report website, it says One Direction down, and that's kind of slimy. That's not a great look.
Drudge.
But this guy's fallen off, man. And it makes sense because when I was growing up...
Seriously?
What, Drudge? Yeah. He's fallen off big time. Oh, damn it. I didn't mean that. Drudge has fallen off big time. When I was younger, I talked with Drudge multiple times, and I used to get links on his site all the time. There's all kinds of back and forth that we've had over the years.
Remember the time that we got the link on his site?
Oh, yeah.
That was not the best.
It's the news.
Yeah, it was a pretty insane story at the time, and he linked to our website, and the company was both happy and sad at the same time.
It was crazy.
Really juggling some feelings there.
Which
That's
leads
all
me
to say about that.
Is that picture still on TMZ, or did they, have a come to Jesus and take it down?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Take a look. See if you can find it on there. I'm not sure if the photo of the One Direction dude's body is still on there. But Drudge
Because we were told, hey,
not to post this.
We're posting videos of murders now.
Drudge was the go-to guy because you didn't have YouTube and you didn't have all these other websites. So you needed an aggregator to show you all of the best and coolest news from all over the internet. And his website was a very simple way of doing that. Most of you under the age of 40 are having no idea who I'm talking about with Matt Drudge. But it was a big deal to be featured on his site. He's the one who broke the Monica Lewinsky stuff when that whole scandal happened. And he used to be very important and influential in politics. I don't think that he really is anymore. I don't know where he sits. Now everybody who's under the age of 40 gets their news from social media. Whether we like that or not is a different thing, but that's where it happens. TikTok, Facebook, the feed, Instagram, somewhat. The social media feeds are where people get their news from. Ask anybody. Somebody will be upset about something. Like, I can't believe this happened. And you go, where'd you hear that? Oh, Twitter. Yeah. You go, did you read the story? No, I saw the headline and I was upset about it. I was very angry afterwards. Over to your update on Lieutenant Dan. Hurricane Lieutenant Dan, who people fell in love with for a brief second because he was missing a leg and he was going to ride out the hurricane, Hurricane Milton.
We got to look after him and make sure he's okay.
They're sending people out there to bring out their phones and get an update from Lieutenant Dan. The mayor of Tampa. Yeah, mayor of Tampa said, we're going to get this guy. He rides out the storm. Afterwards, you see there's like a dozen or more, 14 mugshots of Lieutenant Dan. Joseph Malinowski.
Quite the collage.
Oh, God. And this guy was an absolute menace to Palm Beach, Broward, Hillsborough.
Society while drinking your juice in the hood.
Definition, Florida man.
Sarasota, Pinella. Yes, he is Florida man. Come alive, this guy. And there was a story.
Really? I thought Florida man was dead.
From the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office that said February 23rd, 2023, Lieutenant Dan was arguing with a woman named Sarah Perry who was smoking a cigarette nearly 20 feet away, and she was with her brother and a friend. Malinowski poured gasoline on the concrete bench between them as she walked closer to the burning bench while still holding a cigarette, according to the report. Malinowski then walks with the crutches, picked up the red gasoline container, and splashed Perry with gasoline. So he tried to set a woman on fire. Overall, real great guy we got our hands on. Wow. That dude, he got milkshake ducked faster than almost every single person that I've seen in history. It happened very fast.
But he's still going to sue people, I think, if he doesn't get his GoFundMe money.
Yeah, that whole thing. It turned into a mess. This guy went viral fast, and then people posted GoFundMes, and then maybe took the money. I don't know what happened right there, but
I think he was the reason that I had to try to explain to my wife what milkshake duck means over the weekend.
How'd that go?
She didn't like it.
No?
Because she likes milkshakes and ducks?
No, she just was like, that's stupid. I'm like, well, it's got its own Wikipedia page, so I'm not just making this up out of thin air. It's just a real friggin' thing. Get
How
off
else
my
do you
back.
describe this phenomenon where somebody goes viral and then we find out within 24 hours that they're terrible people and they get canceled?
I mean, there could be a better name for it because milkshake duck comes from an original story, right? Like, how does milkshake and duck relate?
All right. This says, in internet culture, a milkshake duck is a person who gains popularity on social media for some positive trait, but is later discovered to have a distasteful history or to engage in offensive behavior. The term has been connected to cancel culture, a perceived trend of social media. It's derived from a Twitter post, and an Australian cartoonist using the online handle Pixelated Boat had a joke about a lovely duck that drinks milkshakes. And then very shortly after, it was found out that the duck was racist. So
okay.
everybody
Wait a
who liked the
second.
duck.
Right before notable instances, Chewbacca lady?
Yeah, is this
Got
Ward said
milkshake
that?
duck?
I guess so. Ward says the joke was partially influenced by the Chewbacca mask lady,
What
who
happened to her?
also she has her own Wikipedia page. Chewbacca mask lady, also known as Chewbacca mom, featuring 37-year-old Texan mother Candace Payne. Reaction: okay, she goes viral. Heal the world. Here. Other videos. On July 9th, 2016, she posted a video with her cover of Heal the World and dedicated to victims of the 2016 shooting of Dallas police officers. The video and the widespread perception that it represented a misunderstanding of or distraction from important issues was likely the origin of the term milkshake duck. Well, that doesn't sound as bad. It's just like she was trying to do something and it fell flat or something. But
like the celebrity singing Imagine.
Yeah. So that's where that term comes from, and that's what happened to old Lieutenant Dan. Doesn't seem like he's the greatest guy out there. Let's go over to you and see what you have on your mind on this lovely, lovely day of ours. And we go to Bart versus Bill Gates. Here we go.
Hey, guys, listen to you talk about where you were when a celebrity died. The one that always sticks out to me is Michael Jackson. I will always remember was in the Westgate hotel room down in off of Sand Lake, I think, in Orlando. And I remember watching the TV and seeing the overhead shot of the hospital or his house or something. But yeah, I will always remember where I was when Michael Jackson died.
That's a big one.
Anyways,
I was
have a good
here.
show, guys. Bye.
You were at the iHeart HQ?
Yep.
Oh, man.
I was working at camp.
Sitting at my old desk when I used to have a desk.
You've been there a long time. And now they don't even have a desk for you, which
We do
seems
have
rude.
a filing cabinet.
Ooh, nice. All right, that's what they got down to.
Look at us go.
One more. Here is Guitar Slinger.
I remember the first band I ever saw in 1979. I was still in high school, was Leonard Skinner. And then 2 weeks later, half of them died in a plane crash. I was devastated. Interesting fact, the album they had at the time was Street Survivor. Their last one showed the band standing in a street with a bunch of flames. After the plane crash, they discontinued that cover and removed the flames. Very interesting.
Yeah, that story is insane. I remember hearing from, I believe this is true. I hope I'm not screwing this up. One of the guys in Leonard Skinner, the plane crashes and he survives. And he makes his way out of the wreckage. And he sees a house, like a big piece of property with a house on it. And he goes, oh, my God, thank God, some help. And he goes over to this house to get help because he was in a plane crash. And there was a get off my lawn guy living there. And the guy shot him for being on his property.
Okay.
And so I thought to myself when first hearing that story, is that the fastest any human being has ever gone from being in a plane crash to being shot? I think that would have to be up there on the top of the board for that particular feat, which is a
I bet
very
that has
rare
a
one.
wiki page too.
Very well. I'm sure it does. We could check. But when we come back, we'll get into more of your thoughts. You are also a member of this show. And all you have to do is record a video dispatch, an audio dispatch, whatever you want, and send it over from thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, lots of things to talk about. One is I want to talk about something big that is opening very, very soon. You don't want to miss out on this. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. is
Monsters in the Morning.
Man, like, we were just messing around about the chicken, and he got really angry. I was like,
Okay.
I was just playing with Ryan.
I honestly did get mad about that because Ryan was making me mad. Because everything I said he was poo-pooing on, and I was really getting ticked off. Now, that might be because I was worried about my wiener.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Good afternoon, guys. I got a couple tips for you to keep in mind while on the roadways this afternoon. Those tolls are suspended. Don't be surprised if those traffic lights are still out in your area. Use those intersections as a four-way stop. If you see police activity or local crews on the roadways, move over and slow down. As for traffic is slowing down on I-4 approaching Champions Gate. There's an accident on Goldenrod Road near Narcoossee Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
It's Oktoberfest season in Central Florida, and the Filatowski Eye Institute wants you to see every detail of the celebration. For over 3 decades, they've been helping Central Florida residents experience life's joys with crystal clarity. Imagine seeing all the festivities without worrying about lost contacts or foggy glasses. With their 24-month interest-free financing, LASIK is on tap for you this October. Text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute, and raise a glass to clear vision.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for an iced latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial file at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio,
It's true, my bad habits lead to you.
acoustic rock, and the greatest singer-songwriters of the 90s to now.
All night.
So good.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
On deck for that in a moment. You can join us with the dispatch. We got those coming up here, and we'll get your opinion on the show. Send yours at thenewsjunkie.com. Also, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Sherry emails the show. Thanks for the email, Sherry. C-Lane, who is that MTVJ? Ananda Lewis. Ananda Lewis. That's what she emails about. Ananda Lewis had cancer. And all of her doctors recommended, hey, you should get a mastectomy. You should get this treatment, this treatment, this treatment. And she didn't listen to them, and she wanted to go a holistic route. And now she announced that she has stage 4 cancer in her lymph nodes, and that's probably terminal. And it's another one of these stories that's a lesson to you. In some cases, you go to the doctor and you listen to the doctor, right? And your doctor is going to provide you, and it's cancer, probably better advice than some shaman or somebody online, somebody with a website. You need to listen to good advice. But here's what Sherry says. Afternoon, junkies. I was listening to the end of your podcast on Wednesday about the MTV VJ with the cancer. There's a lady named Chris Carr that had a rare cancer in her liver and lungs, stage 4, and was told it was inoperable. She actually chose to go the holistic way, but it was more extremely regimented about what you eat, drink, and put in your body. She has a book called Crazy Sexy Cancer and a few others.
That does not sound like a fun book.
I, being a person who had cancer and am better now, chose the route of chemotherapy, double mastectomy, and radiation because I know I'm one of those people that can't stick to a very strict regimen of eating. Chris Carr is apparently somebody who can. She does have a very interesting story and even a documentary from 2003. I've never heard of this person at all. And she said, I'm wondering if the MTV VJ thinks she's doing it all correctly and doing a few holistic things, then eating wrong or drinking wrong and not doing it 100%. P.S. I moved to Blacksburg, Virginia, and you guys keep me going. Thanks for keeping me sane every day. Much love, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry.
I feel like this would be a situation in which this person got lucky. First of all, her tumor was inoperable, so going holistic might have been the only option at the time.
Than being in a bunch of like heavy pain medication.
Yeah.
Or you're just like a zombie until you die.
But did she really get rid of the cancer just by doing whatever she was doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to go back to Ananda and go, but were you as holistic as Chris Carr? You can't really look at somebody who's staring down the barrel of stage 4 cancer and go, but did you? I mean, she's already pretty much come out and admit she made a mistake. She chose poorly, and she should have gotten the double mastectomy and should have gotten all the things. I don't know that Steve Jobs ever did the same thing, but there were doctors that said he had the only kind of pancreatic cancer that is treatable and curable.
I know.
Most pancreatic cancers are bad news. They are, a death certificate with no date on it just yet.
Yeah, and he would have been alive right now if he, potentially at least, if he would have listened to these doctors. I would just go with the doctors over anything holistic, almost always. That would be the route that I would go personally. You do you. A British man is in the news, And I have to tell you, this is a little bit shocking, jarring, I think. It's because he was born a bit different than you or I. This man born in Birmingham, and they don't say his name in the story, but he's 78 years old. Unfortunately for him, he's dead. And it was only after he donated his body to science upon his death that they realized there was something special about this British man. He had 3 penises.
Whoa, that is a record as far as the news junkie penis count.
That is very, very rare.
We did have a double peen once.
Yes, this is 3.
Double vagina, I believe.
Only the second person ever to be proven to have this.
The double peen I thought was a fake. That guy that got like Reddit famous for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that whole back and forth. But this one they're saying was real, and they discovered after he donated his body to science, which is one of those things that makes
That's
you think.
going to have a lot of students surrounding your corpse.
Did he donate his body to science to go, I'm gonna blow their mind and rock their world after I die? Wait till they see what I got going on. That could have been the reason why he did this, but that's what they discovered on this 78-year-old man. And now they can investigate a bit more. Triphalia is what it's known as in medical journals, and it is indeed very, very rare. Epic Universe. The opening date set. They built an entire theme park, friends. Universal opening now, May 22nd, 2025.
Dang.
That will be the date when Epic Universe opens.
You could see the end of that tunnel. Like an entire theme park, they're giving us a reasonable amount of time to be excited versus like some TV shows or a reboot of something that they then announce in 2028. It's going to be in a theater or TV near you.
Which, by the way,
go ahead.
Somebody on the texting service yesterday.
Which one?
Said that Silo was dropped 2 days ago, the first episode.
No way.
I don't think so.
Nope, it drops November 15th, not October 15th.
Dumbass.
Don't you know
I got
the
all
texting
excited.
service?
I texted my wife. I was like, we're watching Silo tonight.
Why would you believe them? The texting service is always wrong. 100% wrong.
A broken clock, man, sometimes.
They were not right about that one.
But Shrinking did come out, so we watched the first episode of Shrinking.
Is that the one with, what's his name from How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It is?
We're both right.
Jason
Segel.
I tried to watch the first couple episodes of that, and it was just not for me. I don't know what it was about
I
it.
love that show. Him and Harrison Ford.
I need to give it another go.
Yeah, I think it's great.
It might be that you have to muscle through the first couple, because the first one I thought was kind of clunky.
See, it wasn't that for me. We were hooked to the first episode. It was really funny, really good. I like the characters. It's a Bill Lawrence production. So it's
the Scrubs guy.
So of course his wife is in it, and she picks all the music.
Yes. All right. Okay. Epic Universe, May 22nd, 2025. And you can't get in with just a single ticket while they open. You got to do multi-day ticket packages. You got to stay at the hotels on some days. They're trying to squeeze as much money out of this as they possibly can. It's like Disney, who just announced that now they have like another lightning lane option, which you don't have to make reservations for. You can just go on any ride whenever you want to and go in the lightning lane.
Soon the shortest line will be the regular one.
Are you talking about that exclusive club?
Yeah, well, this one, you have to be a member of either DVC, Disney Vacation Club, or you have to be staying at one of their high-end resorts, which I don't know if you guys know how expensive those are, but I've looked. They are
quite
pricey.
Like
$800 a night, some of them.
Boy.
So now to bring your family to Disney World and to make sure you can go on all the rides and get the mega lightning pass thing, it's only going to be $15,000.
That's not bad.
Just a bargain basement deal there for you. What do you think? Is it too expensive? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us your first dispatch right now. In fact, we can work in a couple here, and we'll start with this one.
Real quick. You've heard about this other club at Disney, right?
Which one?
I need to
secret
find
bar?
Talking about 33?
Yeah, 33.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
33. Have you considered applying for it, Sean?
Oh, hell no. From what I heard, it's incredibly expensive.
It is, but you could also, if done right, it kind of evens out. Apparently, there's members making profit off of the 150 tickets that you get with your membership and sell it. You also get exclusive merch, which some members have been caught selling.
Okay.
And then you get to skip all the lines.
If you're caught doing that, I mean, I feel like they probably have it in some sort of agreement that you're not allowed to resell some of the stuff.
Absolutely.
Even though, as far as the tickets go, you've sort of paid for the tickets. You should be able to sell the tickets. But it's like I said, it's probably part of the agreement. But we just had that story not too long ago where the couple was drunk, or they said, oh, he had a bad knee, or he was stumbling.
Is that where I heard it from?
Yeah,
I love the show. Long-time listener.
Saved up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because it was their lifelong dream to be in this club, and now they got kicked out of it with no refund.
And they shared all the secrets.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What did they say? Didn't they say it was like 6 figures to get into that club?
Something like that. But you get to see a bunch of celebrities like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I guess so. That is not for me. All that stuff I kind of dislike because I think Walt Disney probably envisioned a place where the average American family could visit, and that to have a good experience, it wouldn't be this unaffordable, unobtainable thing. And now we have sort of this layered class system of going to some of these theme parks. And your ticket to get in the door, even though it's more expensive than ever, is not enough anymore. Now, if you want to go on the best ride, you got to pay extra. If you want to go in the lines that don't take you an hour and a half to get on the ride, it's more. This premium lightning lane is more expensive than a ticket to the park. Not to mention the fact that the lodging, your hotel, is going to be really, really pricey. Your food, if you're bringing your family there, it's going to be really, really pricey.
That's what credit cards are for, Sean.
All of that adds up to something that's not affordable for a lot of families. And I don't like that. I think that kind of sucks myself. I'm a big fan of the theme parks, but I think that part sucks, myself. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? If you want to brunch with the Brady Bunch, I've got good news. If you want to bang any of them, I've got weird news. Today is going to be the day that they're going to pay you thousands of dollars to diddle your skittle at the Oasis concert. Wonder, well? Plus, the Diddy indictment is benefiting the Halloween costume industry, the TV remote industry, not so much. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Thursday forecast. And for today, it's a cool and chilly start to our morning. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s, so you'll certainly want the jacket, but you'll be able to shed that by later this afternoon. We'll warm things up, highs in the mid-70s, which is still well below normal for this time of year. As we head throughout the end of the week, we'll stay in the 70s before we bump things back up into the low 80s for this weekend, with better chances of rain arriving by Monday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
All 2024s must go. It's the model year-end event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. New 2024 Nissans from $18,900. Make no payments till 2025 and 0% interest at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. VIN number RL897631. MSRP 20050. VIN number 5104975 plus tax and fees with approved credit.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
GimmeTheVin.com has made it fast. We've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
My name's Michael Green. I'm a captain with the fire department.
When Captain Green went shopping for an engagement ring, he shopped dozens of jewelry stores, but he found the best price, the best quality, and the best service at International Diamond Center.
I probably wasn't the easiest customer. I was pretty picky, and those guys were completely patient. They helped me find exactly what I was looking for, and a huge help through the whole thing. Everything from when you walk to the door to, you know, all the help we got to the pricing and the quality of the diamond.
And the icing on the cake? IDC's extra 15% discount for first responders and military, people on the front lines of service.
Yeah, it's definitely not a career you get into to get rich. When it comes to those sorts of things, you know, we're kind of working off of a budget. But I've referred a few guys at work to the crew over there at International Diamond Center, and they've all been happy with it.
If you're a first responder, you'll always get the red carpet at IDC. White glove service, special financing, and a generous extra discount.
I had nothing but a wonderful experience with International Diamond Center. Really looked out for me and my family.
3 Orlando locations and always online at shopidc.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max used for adults only.
Driving high will get you more than a DUI, like higher insurance rates, legal troubles, loss of your license, and potentially your life. Don't risk it. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. A safety message from the Florida Department of Transportation.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone guarantees the best live comedy experience, welcoming the top touring talent to our stage. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Brad Upton. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
Headquarter Hyundai will do whatever it takes to get you into a new Hyundai with our lowest price guarantee. Drive home today in a new Hyundai. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. That's only $99 per month. Plus, get up to $5,000 more for your trade. Headquarter Hyundai. We'll do whatever it takes. See all our specials online at headquarterhyundai.com. $99 month lease. Elantra SEL 36 months, 7,500 miles, 3,500 down. $899 dealer fee. Trade-in based on KBB fair trade value. See dealer for details.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you.
Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
Entertainment and beyond. And don't forget, if you would like to join us here on the show, we want to put a call out to you. If you would like to have your thoughts alongside ours, You can do that with the Dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send yours right now. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
As long as we know each other.
Cut it, send it, done.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com is his website, and if you're looking to perhaps buy your first dream home, then he made the process easy for you. Not only is the website very easy to navigate through, you can apply right there, and any question you have, direct access to Don himself. He's an expert, but he's part of the Real Radio family, and that means he's taking care of your family, or you individually. He's a good guy, and you should work with him. Go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com to get the process started.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
And he's a fun hang.
Yes, he is.
Fun hang that Don.
I'll tell you what. He supports just about every side gig that I do, and then when you hang out with him, he knows how to have a conversation and party at the same time. That's kind of rare these days. But he's also really good at, the mortgage stuff, which is quite important. Any hoodles. It was 27 years ago, 1997. This guy right here, there's two people in the song looking for one of them.
It was a
Nate Dogg.
Warren G is right. And it was on this day.
Sean thought I had the wrong dog.
Warren G decided to regulate all upon Garth Brooks with a lawsuit on this day.
Really?
Saying that Garth had infringed on the rappers.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, Sean?
No.
2 points.
I don't know.
The lowercase.
G.
G is right.
Really?
Yep, it was the rapper's trademark Circle G logo. They eventually reached a settlement allowing both of them to use the letter G as their logo. You see? We can all get along.
Damn.
As long as there's an undisclosed amount of money between one of the parties.
Wonder how much
I've been
that
trying to go after C. Murder for that, but I've heard that that's not such a smart idea.
Yeah, he's in jail.
But also the murder.
Also someone in jail, this guy right here.
Puff Daddy.
Diddy is right. I'll take both answers. And I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Diddy used the TV remote to rape a woman as payback.
Okay.
After
Wish I hadn't played the sound effect.
her telling him she believed he had something to do with Tupac's murder.
Here's the thing. With Diddy right now, I don't know what the hell's what. I don't know what's going on, really. There's so many allegations
insane.
That if even 1% of them are true, he should probably just stay in jail. That's the problem with where he's at right now.
Big time. This is a new lawsuit. He is being sued by a woman named Ashley Parham, Ashley P., who claims Diddy sexually assaulted her in a, and I quote, according to the lawsuit, gangbang-style rape after she dissed him on a FaceTime call. And the lawsuit allegations, it goes on. And with this much detail, it's hard to think that it's all made up. That's my opinion, at least. But this just added to the pile of lawsuits as they continue. Almost as many bottles of lubricant they found with the amount of lawsuits headed Diddy's way.
It's hard for me to grasp what exactly he is doing, and because there's so many news stories. It's a giant building thing. But this is not even just when there's smoke, when there's fire. There's a forest fire. It's like there's a lot of people, dozens.
This is taking out acres and acres.
Do you think this is bigger than the case against what's his name? The fat guy,
Weinstein?
Weinstein.
Yeah, kind of.
It's right up there, man. Because there were a lot of accusers and victims of Weinstein.
I think they're kind of in the same family, just because a lot of the accusations stem from this has to happen for Diddy to make you famous. This has to happen for Harvey Weinstein, whatever, to make you famous.
Weinstein didn't get any racketeering charges, right? He didn't get RICO'd. He kind of just did everything. And then the plant. I just remember the plant. Nothing about...
He's not getting out of jail anytime soon.
But I guess if there's silver lining, It was the Halloween costume industry that found it because they are in the green now with Diddy costumes.
Oh, really? That's an interesting one.
Yeah, prepare yourselves.
Brave move.
A lot of Diddy costume parties are happening. Even trick-or-treaters are getting their Diddy costume ready, and some websites have it, the whole outfit ready for you to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what does a Diddy costume entail? What are you wearing?
Well, he's got a new nickname, by the way. As far as
What's
costumes
that?
go, he's Diddy the Diddler.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
so is it
they're-
like the Riddler, but then they just mix it up for him?
Yeah, they're selling shirts with an animated Diddy holding a bottle of baby oil looking like the Riddler. And then there's other costumes where baby oil is involved. So one person dresses up as Diddy, another person is a giant bottle of baby oil.
My God.
They're latching on to the fact that the feds claim they seized 1,000 bottles of baby oil. They also, I think lubricant's going to be a big thing for the Halloween costumes and Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it, my friends. Just remember, if you're white or if you're not black, blackface is still bad. Even though Diddy has been indicted on terrible charges, that doesn't mean you can do blackface. There's my PSA. Someone's going to be a little red-faced if they can't afford the...
Can't do that either.
the price increase of this right here.
Netflix
is right. Now, this is a story out of the UK, but I feel like if it's going to happen over there, then quickly it will happen in the U.S. But there's some rumors going around that based on the summer quarter earnings, they're going to hike up that price. Now, if someone can do the math for me really quick, as of right now, we're looking at €17.99.
All right.
Euros or pounds?
Euros to dollars. That's the. Are you?
It's pretty
What's the
close.
symbol look like in front of it?
It looks like an E the other way around.
With two slashes in the middle?
Just one slash.
Just one slash.
It's
I think
it's like a little curvy. I feel like it's the pound.
Okay, pound to dollar. That's what we'll do here.
God, can't everyone just use the same kind of currency? Jeez.
If it's in England, it's probably pounds. British pounds $2. $17.99 is $23.40.
All right.
If it was euros, it's 1947.
So now they're thinking that they're going to bump it up at least $2 to $3 more.
Okay, so
to
let's
make
see.
up for all the loss that Netflix has clearly had.
$27 for Netflix a month. That's what that will be.
And once Netflix does it, everyone else is going to.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it. So good luck, Hulu, Disney, Max. What else we got? Peacock, Paramount Plus, YouTube TV.
There's a lot.
I'm going back to cable. Or perhaps you can just be like this influencer. She is a naughty influencer. This is across the pond as well. Posh Palmanda Ragmorley. She's 24 years old, and she has made close to £1 million getting pounded. And now she has been offered £20,000 to shoot adult videos at the Oasis concerts.
How do you do that?
Very particular audience. She has to shoot sex tapes in the porta potties at all the Oasis shows. Mm-hmm.
Gross.
So I guess this is kind of her thing. She does a lot of sex videos in the loos of festivals around the world. That's Glastonbury.
Is it like the VIP bathrooms, though, where they're like air conditioned
I really
and cleaned?
hope so. Because the porta potties are nasty.
At a festival?
It kind of takes away, if you don't have daylight, you can't really see anything. So maybe it's the VIP bathrooms. But fans have now paid her money if they use the particular songs that they're requesting. So they're giving her playlists of the songs they want her to shoot the tapes to.
What, she's just going to be in there having sex the whole time?
One telling her to roll with it, with being the essential background music for the sex tape. Now, Palm, she's single and ready to mingle just herself at the Oasis concert. Calls herself a festival girl and an Oasis fan. She's made a fortune out of this so far, so pay me and we can remember Oasis in such a different, very different way. And as of right now, £20,000 she has made, and the tour has not even started. Kanye West and Britney Spears are clones. News alert. Yeah.
I knew it.
You know Kristen Cavallari?
I've heard of that name. I think she's from a reality show.
Yes, The Hills.
Okay.
And now she is part of the podcast brigade. And let me tell you, her and this gay guy have a great time. But they also like to dive into conspiracy theories. He likes to have fun with it. She wholeheartedly believes that Kanye and Britney are clones.
Do you want to know my favorite? I
You're laughing.
wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say.
That's what I said.
think there are clones. Okay. And I think Kanye is a clone. And I'm going to tell you why.
Tell
I'm
me
going to tell
why.
you why.
Okay.
Remember, he was really talking a lot. He was really.
You guys remember that when he was talking a lot?
He was talking a lot.
Saying too much. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out. And he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me. What the happened? He was gone. He gone. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same person. It's not.
There you go. Evidence number 1. And now we have number 2. Of course, her co-host asks, what do you think about Britney?
I think Britney Spears is her.
That's not Britney Spears.
Not
I'm
Britney
sorry,
Spears.
it's not Britney Spears.
Oh.
Go look at photos. That's not Britney Spears.
Here's my biggest thing.
Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
Here's
let
my
me have
biggest
my
thing.
podcast.
Well, okay, guys, don't cancel her because she said Britney Spears is a clone.
If we cloned Britney Spears, why would we not make a regular ass Britney Spears that's normal and just clone her and make her into this weirdo?
We're early on to the cloning technology, so they have not perfected it just yet, I think.
And just remember that Avril Lavigne walked
Clone.
so the clones could run. Because she's a clone. They also say...
Could you imagine the cloner seeing that video of her dancing around with the knives?
It's like, damn it. Did you see the
Son
one
of a
that
bitch.
she posted over the weekend on the beach?
No.
That, what? One,
No.
Everyone said no. Oh, give it a peep. It is wild.
Is it still up? She takes them down a lot.
She was essentially diddling her skittle on the
Really?
beach as well.
Oh, she's done that before, I thought.
Yeah, but usually in the comfort of her the living room with a ring light. This one was just at the public beach. So good on her. Do you also know that Buffalo Bills defensive back DeMar Hamlin has been accused of being a clone?
No, I did not.
Donald Trump and Taylor Swift have also been accused of being clones. And then at one point, how about a full clone circle? Kanye West said Elon Musk was a clone.
Whoa, a
Yeah,
clone calling
son.
a clone a clone.
All day. On the boob tube, if there's a repeat, that might be a clone. What song shall I use? I guess I'll just go with Britney. We have the series premiere of Young Sheldon's spinoff. That's right, a spinoff
Yeah.
of a spinoff.
Hell
And it's called George and Mandy's First Marriage. Got football, baby, the Saints and the Broncos. The third season premiere of The Lincoln Lawyer. Series premiere of A Great Day with Jay Balvin. And you can catch Morgan Freeman on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, clones.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. And I brought up one of her latest Instagram videos.
Is it
and
the yellow bikini? Oh, no,
this is like the
that's
most
new.
normal Britney Spears video ever. There's no knives. She's like hanging out with friends on a
She's
boat.
not grabbing her tees.
No, not on that
Good for
one.
her.
If she's in a yellow bikini, she might have taken it down.
Took it down.
Yeah, I think so because it's just her in this pink bikini that is in most of these. One of these
What a
sped up
spin.
videos she wants to do.
Okay, that's impressive.
She's just sitting in her house, spinning around all day, wherever
Is this
this
a loop?
is. No, not so far. I don't think.
I would have done that same spin, and then you would have seen me projectile vomit and fall over. So.
Yeah, fall on the ground. She's going to shake
there's
her
the
way
boobs.
right out of those bottoms. So I'm going to go off of that. There we go. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, Tesla just released an update to their robot peoples. And the robot peoples are starting to get freaky deaky. It's weird. It's a little weird. We have to go over this for sure. Plus, something dropped that was supposed to be an October surprise, but AI? Question mark? Wait till you see this. This is very concerning, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. Off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive. Traffic is slowing down on Florida's Turnpike northbound on the ramp to I-75 there. And keep in mind, tolls have been suspended for the moment. Traffic is slowing down on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is warning you about phishing scams tricking you into revealing personal info. For even more protection, choose LifeLock, which alerts you to suspicious uses of your info and fixes the issues. Start your 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/cybersafety.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Real Radio wants to provide you with the assist for your holiday shopping by putting $1,000 in your hand before the holidays. We're talking about $1,000 13 times a day. Simply listen for the keywords to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Grammy Award-winning Carly Pierce. Live Hummingbird World Tour. Presented by Conundrum Wines, October 24th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa, with special guest Carly Scott Collins. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Carly Pierce, new album Hummingbird, available now. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for a nice latte.
take a lunch break for a smoothie, or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time, now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nit wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins? They won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
Makes me uncomfortable, all this stuff.
Oh, you know who's mad about all this, too? There's somebody that doesn't like the robot and the other thing, the cyber
cab
taxi.
thing?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's mad?
The director of iRobot.
Oh, really? He thinks he got robbed, right?
Yeah, he thinks that the designs are too similar to what was in his futuristic movie. And I'm like, okay, maybe a little bit the robot. But as far as the car, it's just a car.
Yeah, and the robot there's only so many ways you're going to do a robot, too.
If it's a humanoid, yeah.
Yeah, the humanoid robots. So we'll get into the update on that in just a moment. I know I want to see this movie coming out soon, which a lot of you probably won't care about. The Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, yeah,
I think it looks good. I like Timothy Chalamet. I think he's a good, talented actor. At first, Courtney had no interest. She's like, I don't know Bob Dylan. I don't connect with that. I don't know that music. She does that to me sometimes, and she'll be like, that music is too old. I don't know what it is. One time, I was singing
She's like, Stone Temple Pilots, that is just way too ancient for me.
I was singing Do Re Mi, and she goes, I don't know that. I'm not old enough to know that song.
like the Sound of Music version?
Yeah.
Like do, a deer, a female deer.
She was like, I don't know. I'm not old enough to know that song. I said, hey, get out of here. But the Bob Dylan movie is coming out before too long with Timothy Chalamet. And I wonder, do young people are into a lot of older music now? In fact, when I go by the high school that's near here and they're playing music, like the softball team or anybody else is out there playing music, they're almost always playing early 2000s stuff or even late 90s, but more early 2000s stuff they're playing. Do you think younger people right now have any idea who Bob Dylan is? Are they connected with Bob Dylan at all?
I don't know if their parents, grandparents have talked about it, possibly.
Maybe.
But I don't see what song of his has had a, like, resurgence. You know, think about, like, Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Got a spike on TikTok because of that skateboarder dude.
Right, yes.
But it also, you know, once they listen to it, it kind of slaps. What of Bob Dylan's slaps?
I don't know.
What has a good rhythm and beat to it?
Yeah, there's not a lot of them where you hear it and you go, damn, that is a jam. I want to hit the dance floor right now.
I can't stop listening to it on repeat.
It's beautiful, some of it. God on Our Side is a great song. I think that's a very well-written song.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Like a Rolling Stone's great song.
Even though it's slower, Don't Think Twice, That's All Right. Beautiful song.
I don't know that one. I'm not going to pretend.
Don't think twice.
This probably sounds something like
close.
It's not too far off. I wonder how well that movie's going to end up doing, because there might be some generational breakdown.
This could be the movie that connects younger people with Bob Dylan. Just
because
like,
they do like Timothy Chalamet, right?
Yeah.
I think that'll be the reason why younger people go to it.
Just like what? What were we saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
And he took a sip.
Just like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
Got you right as you were trying to swallow it.
You moved on. I did too.
Let's go to these Tesla robo people and see what's happening. Tesla has released an update on its Optimus humanoid robot. What time are we living in? Here's everything that's new. And I got to tell you, I feel like I'm living in the future. I feel like looking at all this stuff, like we are living in the future. I don't know if this is true, but it's got to be pretty close. I would just the thought went through my head as we were in that commercial break. Are we closer at this point? Maybe not yet, but I think we're almost there. Are we closer to 2070 than 1970? Which one of those is closer? One's 55 years old, 55 in the other way would be 79.
2070, you said?
We're 54 years after 1970.
And we are 46 years until 2070.
So we're closer to 2070.
Not by a lot, though.
Not by a lot, but we're still closer to 2070 than we are 1970.
Why did you pick 1970?
Because this is a date that stuck out of my mind. It's like, which one of these is further away from us right now? 1970 was 11 years before I was born. So it's a date that seems realistic and not like 1940s or something, you know? And
now, realistically, do you think that at 89 years old, you will see 2070?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I would like to be, if I'm healthy, alive at that age. I would like to make it up if I'm doing well and if I'm with it. That's something I would like to do because I want to see everything happen. That's the thing I'm the most worried about. I'm going to miss out on all this stuff.
But
I don't want to miss out.
It would make our heads explode like the heads of those that are not here with us anymore would if they saw, I don't know, iPhone or the robots that you're talking about.
I feel like Jimmy Carter is seeing this Tesla robot video and going, come on, it's too much.
He's not seeing anything. They're just giving him the little hammer, and that's what he sits with all day.
He voted for Kamala. He made it to what he wanted to do. He said he wanted to stay alive long enough to vote for Kamala Harris, and he apparently has done that. And I looked into this because I was curious. I said, what happens if you vote early and then die before the election?
Vote counts.
Yeah.
In most states, the vote counts.
Wait,
in
they have actual states that would go through and figure out what you voted for and discount your vote?
I saw a list, and it was showing all the states and what happens if you cast a vote and then die before the election. I believe there are some where it doesn't count. But Georgia, where he is not among them. And even if he died, it would count.
Wouldn't that invalidate the idea that your vote is anonymous?
I don't know. I mean,
it's anonymous for the general public, but there has to be some sort of list.
No. Your vote doesn't have to be known. It just would take your vote away, whatever it was. So they would go,
you would
Jimmy
have
Carter
to know
has
what
died.
the vote was to take it away.
Why?
How would they determine that your vote...
Because you just see vote from Jimmy Carter and you hit bloop, delete. And then whatever that vote is,
anymore.
Whether he secretly voted for Trump or he voted for Kamala as he said he was going to, gone.
So that would mean that there's a record of his vote.
There's a record that he voted. Of course there is. There's a record that you voted, I'm almost positive.
But the record would have to be who you voted for.
Why?
Because they can't take away a vote for Kamala unless they knew he voted for Kamala.
No, they would take away his vote and, altogether. Like they would say Jimmy Carter voted. Now his vote does not count. Who it went towards, we do not know.
So if it's a digital vote, it might be just in a ledger somewhere that says Jimmy Carter placed vote, and then within that it is who his voting choice is. And if you just delete the whole thing, you didn't see who he voted for, but you removed the vote entirely.
Yeah,
so there would still be a record of who he voted for.
Yeah,
not who. It's just that he voted. Like voted yes or no versus the actual
Are
answer.
you doing a bit?
I'm not doing a bit.
Hold on, okay?
I'm with you, Sean. C-Lane is yelling at.
You can look up in most states a person's voting record, and that means the years that they voted in an election. Okay, you can see that they placed a vote. You can't see who they voted for, but you could see that they placed a vote. So the way I'm picturing this is they have all these early votes, and let's say it was a physical vote, right? Like this. Yeah. And Jimmy Carter put it in the envelope, sent the vote out. They stack all the votes up. They're ready to go.
Lick it with the stamp, and it's out of here.
And if you lived in a state where you can't vote after you're dead, then they would say, "Oh, here's the envelope with Jimmy Carter's vote.
Delete.
Let's take it." Mm-hmm. And they get rid of it. Now, see, they didn't see Jimmy Carter's vote, but they got rid of it. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes sense. But I don't they just like run it through the system when you go vote?
They do, but I
vote?
don't believe that they. I mean, this could be very classified information, but there will be once they scan it. Sabrina Ambra placed her vote, but they either
For
have
Trump.
the information, very likely, on opposite day. Nice, Sabrina. Third person. Or they have that information and it's never supposed to be out to the public. But I'm pretty sure it's just I voted or I did not vote. Or I'm not registered to vote and here's my address because it's Florida. Damn it, I wish I didn't say that.
I know for a fact that we have people who listen to this show who are volunteers for the voting locations.
My mom said she's volunteering this year.
Oh, is she really? A lot of people like to do this. It's a nice thing to do as an American, I think. And that's cool that she's doing that. Maybe somebody who's done that for some number of years or some number of elections can let us know how that would work. All right?
What do you think my mom would say if I tried to be as serious as possible? And this will be a bit. And I'm like, Mom, you're going to pocket some of those, right?
If you tried to get her to voter fraud.
I do wonder if she would take me seriously or be like, "I Sabrina, stop it. Come on."
Mommy, you got to bring in a big Tupperware thing with you and then just fill it with all the votes that you can and just walk out.
Like, do you care about this country?
What do you
Or
do?
she just shows up to Thanksgiving with like some votes. She's like, "Look, these are people's actual votes. I got souvenirs."
She's like me after Cards Against Humanity. She's just got phones in her pockets. Just like,
but this is a joke. This is a joke. Please don't.
Not going to do it. Not going to actually do it.
This one's a Kamala, not so good.
Reef
Yeah,
Break
right.
says, C-Lane, the vote would be deleted before it's counted. I think we're almost at the point on this show like we are anytime I bring up the doomsday clock.
Okay, how
we're
dare
somewhere approaching that
Not
territory.
really. But there was a point that I think C-Lane was really wondering if we were doing a bit or not. But now we're all on the same page.
I get what you guys are saying now, where the vote stays in the envelope until Election Day.
Are you still mad at us?
I was never mad at anybody.
You seemed a little bit
A little
mad.
disturbed.
A little testy.
A little testy.
You did seem a little testy. The Tesla robot, here it is. Look at this thing go. My God. All right.
It's walking like it has the poop.
It is a little squatty, and that's sped up too. That's sped up footage for sure. Oh, is it? Looks sped up. Maybe
No,
it's just the way the
sped up.
robot looks.
I just saw the people walking.
Oh, yeah, it said 2 times. It said times 2. This is autonomous. You see the field of vision for the robot. It's moving around. It says the robots can now get an understanding of the space in which they're operating. They can locate their own charging stations and plug themselves
like a
in.
Roomba.
Yeah, they
Next.
are like Roombas. Yep. And they can even work with other humanoid robots that Tesla has if you want to buy them. It can explore unseen spaces autonomously. It can locate and self-navigate charging stations. It can pick up significant payloads such as a 25-pound battery tray.
Oh.
Together, multiple bots build a shared understanding of their surroundings. Optimus can now walk upstairs, and it can now interact with people via AI and hand you different items on request.
I love the things in between. It can charge itself, and then it could also interact with others and have a good understanding. It could also walk upstairs, and it could also create a full-blown website in 20 seconds.
It's making some progress. It's spooky and interesting and part of our weird future all at the same time. What do you think? Are you worried about these robots? Certainly they're going to take even more jobs away from hardworking people out there. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us your dispatch right now. I did want to share this with you because this is a glimpse at our precarious future.
Okay.
There's a video going around that is supposedly from a guy named Matthew Metro, and in it, he accuses the vice presidential candidate under Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, of sexually abusing him.
No way.
And first I saw this as like a bunch of text tweets that went viral, and they were not true. And it was one of these many, many lies on social media that gets spread around. And now it's this video of a guy saying this stuff, but it's all AI. It's all AI. And it's one of those moments where you say, are we really cooked here if you could do this stuff? Let's see how real it looks.
My name is Matthew Metro. I'm a survivor of sexual assault. Over the past few years, we've seen many powerful men, even many celebrities, being held accountable for their sexual assault. You
think so?
Yeah.
There's something I'd like to see to each and every survivor of sexual assault.
It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. You have to
I see it more than I hear it.
Well, let's back up for a second. Don't think about this from your perspective. You do a news show every single day. You're fairly internet savvy. You know how AI works. We've talked about this stuff a lot. Think about the dumbos, the really stupid people online. And boy, are there a lot of them.
I mean, they don't even have to hear things. Like, they don't need AI to believe something insane.
But you wouldn't think they would fall for this?
I mean, I guess they possibly could.
I think a lot of people would. I think many people will fall for this because it's exactly what they want to hear. It's an October surprise, and oh no, here it is. Truthfully, it's some guy saying all this stuff. The mouth is off. There's something about the head movement that's off. Let's listen to that voice.
I believe you.
That's
the people believe you.
The voice is off too.
I'll now share my story because this happened to me too.
But it's not that bad.
It also has
it
a
happened
crazy
in 1997. I was a student at Mankato West High School in Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Well, I'm gay. And I realized this when I was 14 years old.
That sounded pretty computery.
Transcript says, well, I'm gay. And he said, what?
I'm
gay.
Hold on. Let's go back.
In Minnesota. Well, I'm gay. And I realized this when I was 14 years old.
That?
I never came out to talk about it.
So he goes on. It's a 4-minute video of all these accusations, all nonsense, all AI generated, all fake. And you just see where this is all going. When we have big social media platforms that are out there and they have millions and millions and millions of people on
Facebook,
and they
Instagram,
post
Twitter, y'all
constantly,
see this?
and most people don't care about whether something's true or a lie. You're going to get so much of this. What happens when we hit that 2070, huh? What happens when it's 2070? Where's this technology? I'm not going to believe anything. I'm not going to believe anything is real. You could approach me with an audio clip of somebody saying something. I'm going to go, what does that prove? Audio no longer proves anything. You show me a photo of somebody doing something. I go, that doesn't prove anything to me. That doesn't prove without a doubt that this thing happened. If I show you a video, you go, that doesn't prove anything to me.
Yeah,
all of this could be done.
What does the future receipt look like?
Yeah.
Just everything's DNA. Everything's DNA.
Does it go back to eyewitnesses being most important? Actual other humans saying, no, I did see this. Here's what I saw happen. It seems like that would, again, be the number one thing. Or DNA, because there's so much room for lying and misinformation. And if you think you're smarter than it and it won't get you, You're wrong. It is. It will get everybody at some point in time. We will not be able to distinguish from what is real and what is fake. And that is a glimpse into your future, friend. Okay, when we come back, I'm saving the Menendez update for jury duty. There was a move made. Are you guys watching the Golden Bachelorette, or are you not following that?
I haven't been.
Fell off.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little behind on that, too. The lady seems nice, though. She seems like a sweet lady. I didn't like when old Kermit the Frog came back because I don't like him. I don't know why. He's so weird. And he dropped the line where he's like, have you considered, I don't know how to do his voice, have you considered that your husband is not in the house? And I'm thinking, is he flirting with her right now? Is Golden Bachelor trying to go for Golden Bachelor? Watch out, man. Get out of here with that nonsense. So there's a move that was just made by the woman on that show that people are saying, this is wrong. What are you doing? How could you do it this way?
Change Bachelor Nation forever.
Forever.
Most dramatic kind of season yet.
I think it's totally a normal thing to do. What do you think? We're going to find out, I guess, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
All week on the Jim Colbert Show, it's your chance to join us on the Bucks Bus as we go to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, October 27th.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Good afternoon, guys. I got a couple tips for you to keep in mind while traveling on the roadways this afternoon. First of all, the tolls have been suspended northbound on Florida's Turnpike. There's congestion approaching I-75. You could expect your regular delays on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. And move over and slow down if you see police activity or local crews on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's one for you. If you have a problem with your air conditioner, one thing you could do is go over to YouTube and start searching for stuff. But you know what's going to happen. You're going to get into the middle of this and you're going to go, I need to call somebody who knows what they're doing. And it can also be dangerous working on things like your HVAC unit because you're probably not a professional. If you are, good for you. But the rest of us, we need people to help us out who are going to be fair and honest with us. And that's Mills Air. Their techs, they know all of this stuff. They don't have to go over to YouTube. They are experts at working with any kind of air conditioning out there. It's literally what they do. They can service any brand of AC, so you don't have to worry about that. But Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, and they can get you huge rebates if you're going to get a new Carrier unit. So if you're thinking about that, do not leave this money on the table. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. That's the phone number. Or you can find them online at millsair.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
There's Halloween fun for everyone at Gatorland. Stroll through spooky haunt zones. Meet the Gatorland Skunk Ape and enter Swamp Ghost's Monster Museum, featuring all new fun and fright. All this plus trick-or-treating. Animal meet and greets, plus all of the great alligators, animals, and shows that Gatorland has to offer. Gators, ghosts, and goblins. Select days in October, only at Gatorland.
Splish splash, Central Florida. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. If you're going off the deep end on a car you hate, bring it to me, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability, so you could drive a nicer, newer car today, like the brand new 2024 Outlander. $1 down, $399 a month, including taxes and fees, and save up to $8,500. You can check out the 2024 Mirage, 43 miles per gallon, lifetime warranty. $219 per month, including tax and fees. So if you're sinking in a car that's stinking, bring it to me. And you could get up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value. RC Hill has hand-picked, certified used cars on sale this month. But hurry, a deal this good will dry up soon. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$1 down requires bank approval. Example, stock number 1574. $1 down, $289 per month for 84 months at 5.9 APR. Visit rchill.com for details.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
This trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I bought a pair of Jordan 5s off eBay. They went through the authentication process. When they got here, something was wrong with them. I put them on and they immediately self-destructed. I contacted eBay. They said they weren't responsible. I filed multiple emails, photos, complaints. I didn't stop till I won. That's what I did for a pair of tennis shoes. Imagine what I would do for you. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
It's bold, colorful, and you'll love it. The 2025 Nissan Kicks is at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture.
Something that went down yesterday in just a moment. And then what I told you was happening on this reality show that has fans angry. I think it's the most normal thing ever, but who knows what you're going to think. We'll find out. Send us a dispatch. Join us on the show. You do that with your voice or with video. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on yours, excuse me. Now, the thing I was talking about that is just strange. There are a couple of news stories out now about a funeral that went down. One of the Kennedys died. Ethel Kennedy died.
Oh.
And she's a Kennedy. So, my God, star-studded funeral. I am not kidding you.
Sure. How many Kennedys are left?
A bunch. You had Joe Biden. You had Obama. You had Bill Clinton.
Damn.
You had Hillary Clinton. You had a who's who of politicians at this place, or these Democratic politicians. And there were famous people everywhere. Now, people really focused on this back and forth where Biden was talking with Obama. And because there's no microphones on them, you can't hear what they're saying. So it's so corny.
A piece of candy.
It's so cheesy. Now they go to professional lip readers and they go, this is what we believe they were saying during this.
Is it Deaf Girl on TikTok?
I don't know. No, it doesn't say who it was, honestly. It says President Biden griped to former President Barack Obama, or griped rather, to former President Barack Obama that they're talking about Kamala Harris, is not as strong as me, with Obama agreeing that's true in a stunning off-mic conversation deciphered by for the post by a professional lip reader. This is total guessery, right? This is at the event, and you see them talking with each other. You can't hear a word.
They are doing that weird thing where they look straight ahead at first and like continue talking versus at each other. Are they in front of the casket right now? Because that'd be so weird too.
No, they're just like in their area of this cathedral where they're at. Somebody said they both look so upset. And I'm like, they're at a funeral. What do you think they're supposed to look like? Who knows what they're saying? Maybe they were saying stuff like this, but this is just the news grasping at straws. They have no idea what happened in this conversation. I would have liked to have heard it. I would have liked if there was a microphone there. That would have been interesting. But all of this is crazy. It's like the body language experts after this event tell you what were they really thinking at the time? And this is one version of that, I think. But if you believe them, they're saying that Biden told Obama she's not as strong as me. And Obama said that's true. Although I don't have much faith in that, because I've watched about 1 million of those bad lip reading things, those videos where they're just comedy about what the people are supposed to be saying.
I thought those were supposed to be fake.
They're brilliant, though.
Yeah.
Because they have found all the words in which sound ridiculous, but it works with the mouth.
Yeah, it looks like it works. And so I go, they could be saying thank you for the orange peanut or whatever the hell is in some of those videos, and you would have no idea.
See, I thought it was thank you for the orange penis.
No, could have been
for the orange penis.
Hey, everybody has their own interpretation of what it is, I think. Before we check in with you and see if you're doing all right on this lovely Thursday, the Golden Bachelorette is on right now. Well, not at this very moment, but you get what I'm saying.
I think there's an episode tonight.
And Joan Vassos is the lady's name, who's the Golden Bachelorette. She's 61. And some of the fans of the show started to get mad because she wanted to change something. And she said, too bad. This is what I'm going to do. She said when it became fantasy suite time, and that's when they can bang it out if they'd like to. They can have sex with the contestants.
Season's almost over, is it not?
It's going
fantasy
fast.
suite at the end?
Yeah, fantasy suite's pretty close to the end. That's when the people that they're really connecting with, they get a chance to spend some private time with them without the cameras there. And it's usually implied that they're going to do a little lovemaking. It's going to happen.
Have that very weird scene where they both have to lay on the bed and chat while the camera's in their face.
It's always awkward. And then maybe they'll keep the microphones on a little longer when the camera's out of the room so you hear some smooching. Or now she says she wanted the producers of the Golden Bachelorette to completely remove the beds from the fantasy suites because she wanted to take sex off the table and she wanted everybody to know that this was not going to happen.
Or maybe she wanted to put sex on the table.
Yeah.
It could be.
Could be everywhere at that point.
But when I saw this, I was like, who gets mad at a 61-year-old woman for not having sex with all of the contestants on her reality show?
Exactly.
Who cares what she wants to do?
But we wanted to, see the implication of you guys having sex because they're not going to put that on prime time. How dare
Why would we ever care about that?
Like, so weird.
You mean she's not going to have sex with all the contestants? Wow, that's ridiculous. Who cares? She gets to do whatever she wants to do, for God's sake.
And you can have sex without a bed.
She says, I'm not a person who can have a physical relationship with more than one person. So thruples are not for her. She's not into it. She doesn't want that to be a thing in her world. Let's go over to you and see what we have going on here. We have Sheepdog. Sheepdog is sending in a dispatch about me.
Sean Watson did not just say in 2070 he won't believe anything. Does he believe he's going to be alive by then? Jesus Christ.
I would be 89.
Anyway, wiggle, pop, pop.
Yeah, in 2070, if I'm doing the math right, I'd be 89 years old. Yeah. So I very much could be alive in 2070.
That's what I asked you. I said, do you think you're going to be alive?
I could be, but I don't think I will be. I don't know. I've done some damage over the years, and I just don't know that I'll get up there. I don't know that I'll get to 89. I'm trying. I'm getting exercise. I'm walking. I'm working out. I'm trying to do some things that are better for me, trying to eat better.
I don't want to put a number to it. If I am 95 years old, but I still have the wherewithal, then great. That's my goal, is to be cognizant, have a general idea of what's going on. But if I am 80 years old and I'm like, I'm dead in the eyes, that look, then I would rather not be alive.
It's not a number, it's a state, I guess. Like Jimmy Carter's state. I don't want to be in Jimmy Carter's state. Jimmy Carter is not really there, and it doesn't look like it would be fun to be in that position. It looks like you would be hoping for the end, to be reunited with your wife, if you believe in those things. But he's still alive. 89, who knows? But don't just completely rule it out. I could be in some version of this world. Jay Ryan has a dispatch for C-Lane.
You guys are so funny. Sean, it would be like, say, both Trump had 1 million votes and Kamala Harris had 1 million votes. And then Jimmy Carter's vote was removed. Someone would have 999,999 votes. So you would know that Jimmy Carter voted for the person that doesn't have 1 million votes. Then you would know who he voted for. So even if
because
they
only
didn't
one
open
person
the
dies a
file,
day.
once you delete that vote, you would see that within the tally.
What are you talking about?
I'm with you, C-Lane. I got you.
I don't think that's how this works.
And statistically speaking, multiple people die all day, every day, forever. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like,
look, here's the thing. You think that they're going to tally up every vote and say, America, we have all of the votes in. Here's the exact number of total votes that are in right now. We are now going to anonymously remove Jimmy Carter's vote. And then you see one number change and you go, whoa, we know now. First things first, we already know. We know who Jimmy Carter's voting for, unless he's just a troll on the way out. He's voting for Kamala Harris. That's what he said he intended to do. But they would remove that vote, I would imagine, just guessing here, trying to use my brain, before they tallied up all of the results. In fact, you can't see that much information about the vote that's been cast so far in states where you can already place a vote for president. They don't just give you all of this info. There's some info out there, but I don't think it works like that. Like we're staring at a graphic on CNN. They go, 100% of the vote is in. Now we must ceremoniously remove Jimmy Carter's vote. And folks, this is totally anonymous. Bloop, and then one number changed. No, that's never going to work that way.
Now this person is won by one vote. Just one.
I'm not saying you'd be watching the count and then you remove his vote. I'm saying, is it possible to remove his vote?
I think so, because some states do it.
This person says, and it's the texting service, which is always to be trusted, except on matters of silo. Mail-in ballots are opened and separated from the envelope. They are counted as they come in, meaning run through the machine and counted as they come in. The envelope has the voter's name on it. The ballot is now run through, the envelope has the voter's name on it, not the ballot. The ballot's now run through the counting machine and then stored. In-person voting ballots are general. There's no link between the ballot and the voter. I was involved with the supervisor of elections, and last week we went to nursing homes with the mail-in ballots and allowed the seniors to vote. They're brought back to the SOE for counting.
Okay. Well, we know this. This is where I got this info from. It's from the NCSL, and they have all the states and whether or not you are prohibited from counting ballots of somebody who dies before the election. Most states have no rule on this at all. But some states explicitly permit this. And then like Delaware, if you're in Delaware and you vote and then you die.
I'm in Delaware.
It explicitly prohibits your vote from being counted. Also, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa. So there must be a way for them to handle this. And I'm sure that it's not done in a way where anybody would ever know what was going on with that vote. That's just my guess. Jury duty coming up next, and inside jury duty, inside of it, we're going to get into that press conference yesterday with the Menendez family. It got a little weird for a moment there. Rosie O'Donnell was there. Well, let's see what happened. Let's listen in, and we'll check that out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Monday Night Football. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Want to go? We have 2 chances for you to win tickets to the game. Go to realradio.fm/contest for your shot to win and enter for a second pair of tickets on our Instagram at realradio1041.
Fire the cannons.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Direct Auto.
Week 7 of the NFL season is set to roll tonight. It'll be a cross-conference battle between the Broncos and the Saints in New Orleans. The Buccaneers are gearing up for a big matchup, too. They're looking to stop the Ravens' 4-game winning streak. They'll play on Monday night. And over to the ice tonight, the Lightning continue their homestand when they take on Las Vegas. Bolts are seeking a 3rd straight win after they beat Vancouver on Tuesday. I'm Scott Davidson.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Mortgage rates are heading down. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, you should explore the savings for a refinance to lower your payments or get cash out. Let That Mortgage Guy Don help you on this journey by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Start the process today with an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Headquarter Hyundai will do whatever it takes to get you into a new Hyundai with our lowest price guarantee. Drive home today in a new Hyundai. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. That's only $99 per month. Plus, get up to $5,000 more for your trade. Headquarter Hyundai. We'll do whatever it takes. See all our specials online at headquarterhyundai.com. $99 month lease. Elantra SEL 36 months, 7,500 miles, 3,500 down. $899 dealer fee. Trade-in based on KBB fair trade value. See dealer for details.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your online security with Norton 360. As PC Mag's most awarded security brand, Norton blocked over 219 million threats last year. Stay ahead of cyber threats with Norton 360. Get up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Unless you've been totally off the grid, you probably know there's a big election this year. Did you know that there's so much more than the president on the ballot? This year, we are voting for members of the House and the Senate, governors and state legislatures, school boards and sheriffs, and so much more. People are making decisions that shape your future, with or without you. So make sure you vote about it. Don't sit out this election. Get registered and ready to vote right now at whenweallvote.org. Sponsored by Civic Nation.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Learn more about the News Junkie radio show, live stream podcast on the website. That's at thenewsjunkie.com. The News Junkie with an IE.com. Jury duty coming up in just a moment here. And we'll get into what happened at that Menendez brothers press conference. Are they going to be freed after this Netflix series about them? And also, we talked about this person that's supposed to be put to death in Texas today. I don't have a time on when this execution was going down, but I think it's today in the later afternoon or something. That's when it generally is. Maybe we could find that Robert Roberson, C-Lane, Robertson, and maybe we'll see what time this is supposed to happen, because if no one intervenes, that is going down today. But all of that is inside this. So let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only. He's amazing. Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Mo should be coming in tomorrow, and we'll see what's going on with him. I got a couple of emails from you. That's another thing you could do. If you ever have any legal questions that you want Mo to answer on air, if you email tips@thenewsjunkie.com and just say this is for Mo, I'll put him aside, and then I'll ask Mo when he's with us on the show. When Mo is on the show, we'll give it a go. So do that. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. This is such a mind-blowing thing to me. Yesterday, after reading this story from the USA Today about how incredibly innocent this Robert Roberson guy is, that they're going to execute a man in Texas who is innocent and the crime never even happened, right? That's what these stories said. The stories said he's a good man, in fact. He's a good man. They literally, in stories from CNN to USA Today to New York Times to all across the board, all of these stories were about how good of a person this guy was and how it's very clear that he is not guilty. So I said,
how has he not been exonerated?
Well, it's a great question. I said, I got to take a look at this, because it seems to happen every time there's somebody on death row. They're the most innocent person ever. And then I look into it and I go, no, they're not. I don't know why all these people lie. I don't know why the activists against the death penalty, which I agree with them on a lot of stuff, I don't know why they feel the need to lie about stuff. I don't know why, in this case, there's autism activists involved. There's all sorts of people who are involved. And I have to believe that there are people who just don't know what they don't know what they're talking about here. The strategy is something like this. When somebody's on death row, you have to get the people. And here are the people. First, you need somebody who is involved in prosecuting that person. Somebody who was involved in being on the other team. You need them to come forward. It happens in all of these cases. In this case,
I'm seeing around 6 p.m. Texas time.
6 p.m.? Okay. 6 p.m. So later on this evening, this guy is scheduled to be executed. You need somebody on the other team. The person on the other team that they have for this Robert Roberson is the lead detective. The lead detective said, I got it all wrong. It was because he was autistic that I thought he was behaving strangely.
This is the shaken baby
yes,
case.
Yeah. And now that I got it all wrong, I apologize, and I want this good man to be freed. So you got somebody from the other team. Then you need what looks like bipartisan support. So they have 80 or something politicians from both parties that have signed something saying that this guy should not be put to death, that he's an innocent man. What happens there is they go into their office and they explain, an autistic man who never committed this crime is about to be put to death. Won't you put your name on this piece of paper? And people will write it. They won't look into what's happening here. I looked into the story about Robert Roberson. I read the reaction from the Supreme Court and their entire release on this, which is like 40-something pages. I read his appeals, and I took about 45 minutes or an hour or so to see what actually happened and look into some of the testimony on this story. This dude is straight up guilty, and he is a monster. I don't agree with the death penalty because if we ever get it wrong, that's one too many. I think staying in prison for the rest of your life is a punishment enough, and we should be okay with that. If you're going to execute anybody, Robert Roberson's your guy. This guy was an abuser of his ex-partners, his ex-wife.
Oh, you're saying he is not innocent at all.
100% he did this.
The bipartisan and all that.
Those people have no idea what they're talking about.
Detective who was part of the initial investigation. And
the detective who was part of this investigation has turned religious and is against the death penalty now. And I think he's upset that his case is going to lead to somebody being put to death. And I believe that is what is motivating this guy. But yes, 100%. I believe that these people don't know what they're talking about. And I do in that short of a period of time, because I took the time to look into this even just a little bit. This guy was an abuser of almost everybody he was in a relationship with. He abused this 2-year-old girl, this poor girl that he didn't care about at all. He wanted nothing to do with her. There were lacerations all over her face. There were bruises all over her body. She had been beaten and shaken around. And the biggest hang up here is there's advocates who are against the idea of something called shaken baby syndrome. They believe that that's not an actual diagnosis. It doesn't matter. This 2-year-old in this case died from blunt force trauma. That's how she died. From blunt force trauma. He beat her to death and then waited around for hours and then had no hurry in him as he finally brought her to the hospital when she was pronounced dead. And now they're blaming it on everybody else afterwards. After he was sentenced, they decided, let's get a diagnosis here. Oh, yeah, by the way, he's autistic. That's how this case went. And I can't tell you why all these people end up lying about this stuff afterwards, but I can tell you that they do. And this is a bad dude. And whether you want him to die by the state, that's a different thing entirely. But I will tell you from my experience, I'm just being totally honest here. If you see that somebody is on death row and there's a big push to call them innocent, look into it first, because you are being lied to. And it was clear as day. That's why, because to believe this guy's innocent, here's what you have to believe. The original jury was wrong in what they were doing, or they just hated this guy or whatever. The judge that was presiding over this case was wrong or just didn't care about this guy. All of the appeals process, every single level of the appeals process was corrupted. The Supreme Court is corrupted, and they just aren't seeing the truth that everybody else is seeing here. Everybody is corrupt and lying and against this guy. Or maybe he just murdered his 2-year-old. And that's what it looks like to me. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the governor jumps in. I don't think Greg Abbott will jump in here. He hasn't been somebody who's stopped the death penalty in the past. I don't know if he has ever done it. He's not a clemency kind of guy. He's more a law and order type dude. And that's just the way I see this ending. But
he already got rejected in the clemency plea yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that had been rejected. And that was right about the time where I said, let me start looking at the facts of the case as outlined by the Supreme Court. And it was just so obvious. It was just clear as day what this guy did. And there were a bunch of eyewitnesses who testified to the fact that he was swinging around other children and beating other kids. He's just a terrible psychopath. That's who this guy was. All right, let's talk about some other people. Maybe one of them also a psychopath, with Lyle Menendez. Lyle Menendez and his brother Eric Menendez still behind bars for now, but there was a press conference yesterday with their star attorney who is, what's his name? Oh, I can't think of his name right now, but I know this guy.
Jesse Jackson.
No. Mark Garagos. That's who it is. Mark Garagos is his attorney.
That's my fourth guess.
Let's see what they said at this press conference.
A judge in this courthouse, Judge William Ryan, issued what's called an informal request for a reply. That informal request for a reply was to ask the DA to respond to the allegations of new evidence. Part of the 2 prongs of new evidence were, number one, a letter that was found at Bardacano's house that was a letter written by Eric fully 8 months
I've heard a little bit about this.
Before the killings to his cousin Andy. His cousin Andy testified at the trial. However, in the second trial was demeaned as making this up or was not true. This letter now shows or corroborates that Andy was telling the truth.
Okay.
The letter describes the abuse. The letter, I believe, was released, at least temporarily, by the DA's office. And anybody who wants it, we can release that as well. The other pillar of the writ of habeas corpus was a declaration by Roy Rosello. The declaration by Roy Rosello is incredibly important for a number of reasons. Number one,
maybe you'll explain.
Roy Rosello, who was a member or a then member of the band Menudo.
Oh, okay, the Menudo
was and took great courage at Nuri's finding him and talking to him to sign a declaration that said that he too was assaulted by the father, and not only assaulted, but it happened at the house.
All right. Well, wow. That's not uninteresting evidence. That's, I think, if everything he's saying is true, would be some evidence to the fact that they were abused sexually by their father, which under California law would potentially open the door to the resentencing that they were talking about. Whether you think it's right or wrong is another thing, but who knows? He's also a very good attorney. Like, he could be attorneying me right now, and I don't know. But that looks like a development in a positive direction if you're a Menendez brother right now. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get to a surprising poll result that just surfaced. They've banned something in Italy as well. We got to talk about a mother and a son booted off a cruise ship for doing something disgusting. What did this mother and son do? We will talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's slowdowns on I-4 before US 27 and approaching State Road 429. Delays in the Lake Buena Vista area on I-4. Keep in mind, there's construction going on all throughout Florida's turnpike, so just travel with caution. If you see local crews or police activity, move over and slow down. Intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Join Real Radio 104.1 and a Walk for Change at this year's Come Out with Pride Parade, Saturday, October 19th. Come Out with Pride, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit, is hosting Orlando's annual LGBTQ plus Pride celebration. Every October, we gather around National Coming Out Day, knowing for many, Pride may be the one day of the year people can live their true, authentic selves. With over 220 guests in 2023, it's one of the biggest Pride celebrations in the Southeast. More info at realradio.fm/events.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
City Kia.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for an iced latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
I'm Jeff Jr., founder and CEO of Trajan Wealth. I was born and raised in northern Wisconsin by both my father, who owned a small 10-lane bowling alley, and my mother, who was a nurse, who did her best caring for everyone in our small town. My parents stressed with me that if you were going to do anything, it needed to be done right or not done at all. I later joined the Marine Corps, where additional values were instilled. Values like honor, courage, and commitment. The motto of the Marine Corps, Semper Fi, which means always faithful. The best part of Trajan Wealth, our 100-plus employees who also embrace the exact same values. If your current financial advisor is more interested in selling you something or is more loyal to their own financial gain than yours, give us a call for a second opinion. We would be honored to hear from you. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. These days, everything in Orlando costs more. But a single line at Verizon doesn't. Get one line for as low as $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while coffee is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. And dinner for two has gotten pricey. Verizon, less pricey. Kissimmee rent, that's not coming down. But Verizon, down. One line for just $50 a month. That designer Golden Doodle, so much more. But Verizon, a fair bit less. Even a good old tried and true hamburger will cost you more. But with Verizon, the same tried and true service is now just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Point is, in a world that is always costing more, you can get more for less right now at an Orlando Verizon store. $15 promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips.
More of your comments here, some dispatches momentarily on the show. Learn more about everything to do with the News Junkie radio show, live stream and podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. I don't know if this is on your radar, but this seemed kind of interesting to me. Tomorrow on Hulu, there's a new documentary that's dropping about, of all things, Tegan and Sarah.
Oh, yes.
Did you hear about this?
I've heard about it. I think I saw like a teaser trailer.
I had no idea that this was going to be a thing.
I don't really know much about them.
So Tegan and Sarah, like an indie rock group, they're twin sisters, and
They've been around for 25 years.
Scary. It's one of those bands where when you hear how long they've been around, you're like, oh my God, I feel old now. Good singer-songwriter combo, and they've played all over the world.
Canadian twin lesbians.
Yes. And there's a new documentary that's called The Catfishing of Tegan and Sarah. And when I read that, I was like, wait, what's going on here? What's happening? And it's called Fanatical, The Catfishing of Tegan and Sarah. I had never heard this story before.
So if this is what I think it is, my siblings auditioned for this.
Really?
So there was a casting call. It was a couple years ago at this point. For twins, identical twins.
Really? Did they know what it was? Did they know it was about Tegan and Sarah?
They just knew Tegan and Sarah were behind it. I think they were under the impression it was a sitcom. But I imagine it has something to do with this, and this is the dramatization portion of the docu-series.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. This is on Hulu that it's premiering. It's a chilling snapshot of the unholy marriage of corrosive fandom and online duplicity. So they're saying that they got big at the beginning, this indie rock band, Tegan and Sarah, by really connecting with their audience. And they were one of the early acts that opened up, and it became a little bit parasocial. So when you have a fan base for anything, you have your normal people who usually listen to whatever it is, watch whatever it is, read whatever it is. Most of them are inactive. They don't participate in any way. You have your people who are what in radio you call P1s. You may have heard of this before. If we talk about P1s, that means it's somebody who we are their number one show, or station.
Right.
They're a P1. We are their favorite. They could be a P2, and it means they listen to something else a little more than us, but they're still around. This is what the radio lingo of all of this is. But these people are the parasocial type fans, the fans that take things too far and try to manipulate people. And there was a fake Tegan out there for years and years and years that I guess they called Fegan, who developed all of these relationships with their fans under the guise that they were talking to one of the girls in this band.
Wild.
And it's like Manti Te'o vibes coming up, the football player who thought he was in a relationship with somebody, and it was a big catfish. There's so much of this that goes on. And did you guys ever see the original documentary Catfish that started all that stuff?
No, I just seen a bunch of the show.
Yeah,
It was the guy. It was one of the hosts, right? That got catfished.
Yeah. He was thought he was in love with this girl. Of course, he knew what was going on. He was making a documentary. And then his idea was, this girl I'm talking to is fake. Let's find out who's faking this, what the person's life is like who's faking this. And if you don't know, the term catfish comes from when they used to put fish on boats to send them overseas. They wanted to keep the fish alive, and they found that they kept dying. They kept dying when they would put them in these barrels and try to ship them over somewhere, like to America. And they found when they put catfish in the barrels that it stimulated the fish enough that it somehow kept them alive for this journey. And
Weird.
Yeah,
I did not know that's where that came from.
Because they're bottom feeders.
Right. And that was where the term catfish came from. Like they're keeping it interesting. They're keeping people on their toes. And they're along for the ride. And there's so many people that get into this, and you would be surprised the circumstances they find themselves. Sometimes they're very miserable, sad people.
Oh, yeah. There was someone that I went to high school with, and my roommates my freshman year were my best friends from high school. Like we all went to Fort Myers together. And all of a sudden, one of my roommates, profile of hers was popping up. And then it was interacting with people we didn't know. And then it was the moment a picture was posted and deleted, the catfish would have grabbed it already. And we finally discovered it was a dude like this.
Somebody you knew, though?
Someone we knew. We did not we weren't friends with them, but they were a year older than us. And they, revealed themselves and decided to play her on the internet and talk to other people. And
so strange,
isn't
it?
Very bizarre.
Yeah, these people are not well, some of them.
He's a very quiet person.
Yeah, this is what happened to Tegan and Sarah, I guess. They said Tegan and company might have never heard about this were it not for a fan named Julie, who, having been befriended by the catfish, received images of Tegan and Sarah's passports and various other things. She reached out, and they started to try to figure out who this person was. And they said there are two questions at the heart of this documentary on Hulu. The first is, who is catfishing their fans and acquaintances, including a woman named JT, who casually met Tegan years before. And also, they tried to use lawyers and everything to knock this person down. The larger issue raised by this is why somebody would bother committing this mad ruse, according to the Daily Beast. And they go deep into who this person was, who it was that wanted to pretend to be somebody else. Very crazy stuff. I'll probably be checking that out on Hulu.
And I don't know if this is something you're going to be interested in, because I absolutely love it. I already text C-Lane's lovely wife about it. But there's a new documentary called Anatomy of Lies. And it's about this, one of the top writers for Grey's Anatomy, and ended up being a executive producer for it, who is caught at the end of a very, very successful career as a writer. She did True Blood and I believe Vampire Diaries before she got her dream job of Grey's Anatomy.
So 3 hits.
And everything that was about her life was a complete lie.
Really?
And her lies had become so big that not only was she intertwining them into the Grey's Anatomy storylines, but she had the top, like Shonda Rhimes, absolutely becoming very close with her, very upset with her. She was making hundreds of thousands of dollars based on multiple layers of lies, and then once caught after marrying someone, it was her wife. Oh my God, I'm giving away too much. Anyways, it really shows
down
you
that rabbit hole.
But it shows you the inside of a pathological liar.
Yep.
It was completely caught.
When you watch
catfishing
that,
is lying too. Let's be honest.
Do you think about how stressful their life must be? Because I'm always thinking, what if they get caught? There's so many lies that they have going on. I could never live that way. Just every conversation
It was wild.
Oh, boy. Okay. 2 things real quick before we get to your dispatches. One is a mother and son were kicked off a cruise ship. It was the MSC Seascape cruise, and it was for committing a violent, disgusting act. Just really gross. Kelly Lynn Ryan, 49, and her son Dylan Ryan, 23. They're both from Huntsville, Alabama. And here's what they did. They're accused of open hand slapping another passenger over the age of 65 on this cruise that went out of Miami, Florida. Surveillance footage obtained by police showed the mother slapping the victim, whose identity remains unknown, inside the ship's 2-deck theater after an argument broke out. The son was also in the video, hitting the much older victim several times. Apparently this woman was 70 years old. The person was 70 years old that they were hitting.
Grandma.
They said Dylan was kicked off the ship the following day for his part in the altercation when the cruise docked in Jamaica for excessive behavior. So this was a mom and son getting
excessive
drunk
behavior.
Together. Yeah, imagine that.
What a charge.
How dare you, Mom?
Your behavior? Excessive. Too much. Get off the cruise ship, please. What monsters. It's weird that it's a mother and son duo, though, but there were 6,000 people on board. 2 were escorted off, and they said, see you later. You can't do that. Did you guys see, and if you didn't, I wouldn't be surprised, but I saw a couple of people sharing this yesterday. Did you see the video from the guy who wrote the Rihanna song that was blowing everybody's minds?
Which song?
C-Lane, look up Rihanna song on Twitter /X and see if you could find this. The guy who wrote one of her songs, I think it was SOS, but I'm not positive. He did an interview on some podcast. He's the writer of the song.
SOS, hidden 80s song tag?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if you could play that or not, because I don't know if he curses. I hope he doesn't. The guy who wrote the song spoke out for the first time ever, and he said, nobody has picked up on this. But one of the entire verses in this Rihanna song, I just took all kinds of 80s hits and I just made them the lyrics. And when you hear him go through it, if you watch the video, you hear him go through it.
Are you taking, is that?
I don't know. The title uses a lyric is a little bit strange.
So the whole second verse of that song, he says, is 80s song titles. So when you listen back.
One after another, the whole thing is just song titles.
Take on Me. I just died in your arms. I melt with you. Head over heels. I'm trying to think. I'm not hearing the song as I read.
Can you play it, Celine? Do you have it over there? Somebody find the Twitter video of this, because they're saying he doesn't curse. When he does it, they play the song along with it, and I was like mind blown. I never noticed this once. Every single lyric in this verse that you all know in your head is just a number one hit from the 80s, and he just wanted to do it to see if he could get away with it.
YouTube link.
Okay, we'll see if this.
He wrote Rihanna's song by accident, number one. So I'm sure you have to scroll through.
I have a TikTok here if you want it.
Yeah, can you just play it over there? Or do we need to see this while we're doing it?
No, you don't have to.
I could just die up in your arms tonight. I melt with you. You got me head over heels.
Oh my God.
But boy, you keep me hanging on the way you make me feel.
Wow.
Every single one of those.
That's incredible. I had no idea about
No one
that.
does. No one does.
Nope. Nobody caught on to this. Every single lyric in the verse was all number one hits from the 80s, as if he goes, well, let's see if people will go for this.
Also,
and it
I mean,
works.
that's mind blowing. And then you look at this guy who wrote one of Rihanna's greatest hits, and it's like Skechers' dad with his shirt tucked in, receding
you would
hairline,
never think.
pretty chill.
Some old dude who was writing these songs behind the scenes. Those are the guys who just print money, by the way, because they have written probably lots of songs you've heard of before. Does it say what the guy's name is?
Daniel Wall.
Daniel Wall, songwriter.
No, the songwriter is Evan Kidd Bogart.
Oh, Daniel Wall is the guy who posted this on TikTok. Probably the podcast guy.
Evan what?
Evan
Bogart.
Kidd Bogart.
Evan Kidd Bogart. Let's see if he's written other stuff that we know. Because usually when you look up these people, Kidd Bogart. Adam Lambert songs. Oh, God. Beyonce's Halo. Big Time
all
Rush.
90s titles. I'm going to flip.
Oh, my God. I'm only at B. Carly Rae Jepsen, Demi Lovato. This is an old dude who writes all these songs. Hilary Duff, Jason Derulo.
Well, clearly he has a formula.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Someone want to dig into this and see if he's just used song titles for everybody?
Madonna, Nick Lachey, Paris Hilton song.
Wow.
An audit, Sean Kingston. Man, it's a whole thing. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of shocking, but there you go. We're going to hear from you. Let us know what you think. Join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Let's see what we got going on with you. Here is John the Exterminator talking about theme park clubs, because we mentioned Club 33 earlier. See what he says.
Hit it.
Oh, hold on. I had to mute it because I was worried about that. Here we go.
You know, all this talk about having to be in exclusive clubs to enter, you know, the new theme parks and whatnot. Makes me wonder if you can be just part of any exclusive club, like the Clean Plate Club.
That's an easy one. Yeah, that's an easy one to get into, as opposed to the Club 33, I think. So, wasn't that a big part of your childhood, the Clean Plate Club?
Clean Plate Club was worked on me a lot.
My club was like, if you don't finish your dinner, then you can't leave the table. And
you have to, yeah.
First in Spanish.
My mom always did hold by the thing where if you don't like your food, you're not getting anything else. She wouldn't let me have something. If dinner was sat down in front of me and I started to eat it and I don't like this. This is gross. She'd say, too bad. If you walk away from that plate, you're not getting anything else. And I would have to
I'm hungies, Mom.
just go hungies.
Well, because if she had given in and given you whatever you wanted, that would just start a really bad precedent.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with you. Join us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Fire off a dispatch right now. I say fire off. It's not really a firing process. It's just like a recording of a video or an audio file.
Launch a dispatch at us at full speed.
Even a photo you can send. Let's just work this in real quick since I teased it earlier. Italy has now expanded their ban on surrogacy. So I guess in Italy, they have a surrogacy ban that's been around since 2004. And because they did that, Italian couples were taking to going overseas and getting somebody to be a surrogate.
What's the reason behind the ban?
And then they have that. I think it's a conservative government in Italy. The Brothers of Italy Party is the group that was behind this in 2004.
Oh, Mario, Luigi.
Yeah, it's them. Yeah. They said the Senate, after a 7-hour debate, passed the bill 84-58. So seems like this is maybe more the norm in Italy. The surrogacy ban applies equally to all couples, but same-sex parent advocates say it hits gay families particularly hard in a country struggling with record low birth rates and where only heterosexual couples are allowed to adopt. So they're saying record low birth rates is a big issue, huge issue for a country, and putting any kind of stop signs in the way is definitely dumb. So when protectionism prevails, a social phenomenon is not erased, blah, blah, blah. This is all political speak. We are very saddened because Italy has once again missed an opportunity to demonstrate that it's a country in line with what Europe and the world are. And now you can't get, not only in Italy, a surrogate, you can't get, if you live in Italy, anybody else in the world to be your surrogate because of that ban. All right, we will see what you think about all of this and everything we've discussed on this lovely Thursday. We'll be back with this shocking poll and a side effect of a drug you might be taking that you might want to know about. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Don't be surprised if you run into traffic lights that are still not working or standing water on some of the major roadways here. Emergency services are working diligently to bring back some normalcy. On I-4 this afternoon, traffic is starting to slow down westbound through the city there. There's delays on I-4 near Champions Gate. Keep in mind the tolls have been suspended. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu right now.
All right, you guys are up for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible. See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Join the Monsters in the Morning live broadcast from Touchstar Cinemas for the red carpet premiere of Daisy Del Toro's new movie, Melt on This Music. Friday, October the 18th, starting at 6 a.m. 2 chances for you to be one of the first people to catch the new film, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Get your tickets now at RealRadioMonsters.com. General admission and VIP packages available starting at just $15. Oh, I almost forgot. Tequila Del Toro and Triple R blended whiskey specials sold at the bar. The red carpet premiere of Daisy Del Toro's new movie, Melt on This Music, Friday, October 18th, starting at 6 a.m. All the information and tickets are available at RealRadioMonsters.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. When looking for an attorney, I would choose experience. Do they care? Will they pick up your phones? I'd avoid the guy who sounds like this when he picks up.
I'd do anything for you. I got plastic wrap, I got a shovel in my trunk, and I got a boat at the marina. Thanks to this mofo.
If you want to hire a law firm who's willing to work this hard just to do a commercial, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
As we continue to clean up after Hurricane Milton and take assessment of our property and homes, having the best windows and doors can truly make the difference. The folks at Renewal by Andersen are seeing firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the storms hitting Central Florida. They're having hundreds of clients reaching out to share their experiences. For example, they're hearing people say how they couldn't have made it through the storm without their windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen, how their kids felt so safe because the windows provided such an amazing sound barrier. That's because Renewal by Andersen's windows and doors combine chic design with custom-built craftsmanship, providing impact resistance against Florida's extreme weather. And that impact resistance adds a layer of safety for you and your family, especially during hurricane season, and even more so if you live on Florida's coast. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful design and hardware options available. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for a nice latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yep.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Racetrack coffee is bean to cup. The fresh ground taste is gonna pick you up. Different choices with lots of flavor.
Yeah, that tracks. Customize your blend, creamers, and toppings to make your coffee a guaranteed hit.
You're making your cup the way you know it should. Racetrack coffee, it's crazy good.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio,
It's true, my bad habits lead to you.
acoustic rock, and the greatest singer-songwriters of the 90s to now.
All night, come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
And Coffee Shop Radio goes commercial-free every weekend.
That was when I
Win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
more. It gets Sean in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood. But she came back from the vet. Lady the dog is now going to the same vet as Carl, Sabrina's dog.
Hell yeah.
And she came back.
All the pets.
And the bombshell is that the vet has said she's now a senior dog. And
Wow.
Senior dog.
Same thing happened to me, except, I mean, I did not realize, I guess probably much like you, senior, what year that starts for dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the same experience, except I was under the impression that Carl was 3 years old.
Uh-huh.
So he said, not only is Carl a senior dog, but he's also 7.
Wow, that's weird. Just all of a sudden,
strange. And I
fast
go,
forward.
let me see your diploma.
How do you know this for sure, sir?
No, but the vet that she went to, that's my guy. Dr. Andy is the best. Almost correct.
She said he was really nice and sweet and cared. And the other vet we were going to, like, seemed to hate animals. What a weird gig to have if you hate animals. Like, oh, God. I don't want to look at these animals all day.
I just saw a thread on my Nextdoor app where people were ripping apart my vet. And I don't even remember the last time I've been to our vet's office. We used to go a lot more often because we would take Lexi there to get like her nails trimmed and groomed a little bit and express the old glands. But lately, I mean,
now you have a kid.
Yeah, to do that. Jackson just reaches up and gets a handful.
Gross.
I'll pay all the money to never, ever, ever do that.
But we used to go there because it was cheaper, but it's just hard to get in, and they only have so many slots. And PetSmart is just easy.
Yeah, it is. It's probably closer to where you are too, I would think.
Not
so
really.
A senior
no,
dog.
It's not. No. Senior
that
dog.
means you start going twice a year.
She's only 5. She's only 5 years old, but I guess they go earlier to senior dog level.
I'm 5.
I almost said Piper, but yeah, that's her real name. Junkie Cat is
senior
10.
AF.
Yeah, Junkie Cat's 10 years old now.
That means Luna is just 2 years old, and she's going to live forever.
Yeah. Is Luna older than Junkie Cat?
Yeah,
is your
Luna's going to be 13 this year.
Really? Cats can live for so long, though. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to live until 40.
That's good. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Hey, I got something for you.
What's that?
How would you guys like $1 million?
Here we go. I love when he
What's the
prompts
catch?
this. Yeah.
I
would love $1 million, Sean.
My God. Believe me for a second.
You're going to Venmo me?
Yeah, all I have to do is chop your leg off.
Well, I didn't say it would be that easy. I was just suggesting maybe you might want $1 million. There's a big corporation out there that is offering up $1 million, and all you have to do is one thing.
Tattoo their logo on your body.
Nope, you don't even have to do that. You guys are both creative, right? You could do this, I would think. A little company called Lay's Chips. Heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think so. They've got some cash, and they're going to give $1 million to somebody who goes to their website and offers up the best idea for a new flavor of Lay's chips. That's all you have to do.
No thanks.
You have to say, here's what the flavor is, here's what the key ingredients is, and if they pick your idea, then you win $1 million.
Did you
Why?
happen to
No
print
thanks.
out
That's easy.
the fine print?
No, of course I didn't. But they're saying they're going to give you $1 million. I'm sure Lay's is going to give you $1 million.
And see, I think like this kind of sweepstakes or this competition contest is so sketchy.
Wow.
Because the big headlines win $1 million. But then there's that underlying thing where you actually gave them the multi-million-dollar idea.
Yeah.
You didn't get picked because it was actually the other person we gave $1 million to. That was their idea first.
That would be interesting to see. What if people come up with the same thing? Because that's definitely a big potential.
There's got to be so many. Listen to the previous winners of this. They've been on a little bit of a hiatus, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But past $1 million ideas. Oh, it says find the full list here. Let me I'll get that in a new tab somewhere. Cheesy garlic bread, 2013 winner.
All right.
You think only one person came up with cheesy garlic bread?
No way. That's impossible. Depends on how many people took part in this. Because I do know we've done things on the station before, right? And you'll do like a contest on Instagram, and we have tons of followers on Instagram, obviously a huge reach with the station. But once you do a contest, not that many people participate. Only a small number of people actually participate in contests. And if you are one of these people who does it all the time, you can win stuff. Somebody's going to win $1 million. Right?
And here's the other part. Anything that's been the following past and present Lay's flavors are ineligible for submission. So if it's even been close, a finalist, you can't submit it again.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Here's
but
an idea for you then.
It's taking a lot off the table.
How about a plastic flavored chip?
I don't know if that's going to work for you, honestly.
How about
I don't know.
blood flavored chips?
That's
a little metallic.
Gimmicky, but probably not what they're looking
Be
for.
good for Halloween, maybe.
Milk. How about a milk flavored chip?
I would eat it.
I don't think that's... I'd try one, and then I'd probably not ever have it again. Crispy tacos, southern biscuits and gravy, wavy fried green tomato. Those are some of the other winners.
We need the unique...
We need something,
Wasabi ginger. That sounds like it's good.
Been there.
Yeah.
Something with corn, and then we'll have that cute little corn kid involved in the campaign. I like him. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, but he does think 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh, damn. Still like him, though.
I like corn, but also jet fuel can't melt steel beans.
I like that kid.
Past finalists include cappuccino, cheddar bacon mac and cheese, chicken and waffles, everything bagel with cream cheese. Not terrible. Greektown gyro, mango salsa, New York Reuben, sriracha.
Damn. How are we supposed to come up with something never done before?
West Coast truffle fries. Not to mention...
I'm going to go East Coast truffle fries.
Not to mention the huge list of actual Lay's flavors like adobadas, whatever that is, aged white cheddar, black pepper, all dressed, bacon cheddar, bacon wrapped jalapeno popper, balsamic sweet onion, barbecue, beer and brats, beer cheese, BLT, Brazilian picanha, buffalo chicken dip, buffalo ranch, buffalo wings and ranch, and those are just the B's.
I have
the
one.
A's.
See if this is on there. Garbage plate.
Garbage plate.
chips.
Garbage plate is not on there, no.
See? There you go.
What's garbage plate?
Big up in Ohio. You get the garbage plate. I think Cleveland, Cincinnati, I think they get into this. I think they get into this in Rochester, too. I think our friends up there might get into a garbage plate every once in a while. And
what's a garbage plate?
We had them in Springfield, but they called it the horseshoe there.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff. I'll hold on. Let me see. I want to get it right.
You don't even know what it is.
Yes, I do. It's a whole bunch of stuff together, though, because there's different ways to do this. But here's an example. Garbage plate is an American dish consisting of hot dog or hamburger meat, hot meat sauce, which is so generic sounding, hot meat sauce, other condiments piled atop a variety of side dishes. See what I'm saying? Like they change it up all the time. Typically including a macaroni salad and home fries. Trademark of the restaurant Nick Tao Hots. I am so sorry, Rochester, if I'm screwing that up. In Rochester, New York, which originated the 1918 garbage plate, and it's a signature dish of Rochester. So those are our people up there. Rochester, the garbage plate could be the winner. That could be it. I know it's not the most attractive name, but in the Northeast, people wouldn't connect with this. It's a muddled flavor, too, but it's good. I think that could work. That's the best thing I got going right now. Somebody's saying Cincinnati spaghetti. Maybe that could be a thing.
What the hell is Cincinnati spaghetti? Is that like a chili thing?
I think so. I do think so. But,
Foam soap.
Guys, you're headed in the wrong direction here. Foam soap is not going to do it for you.
Yeah, but everyone's tried it a little bit.
If you go for the Asian market, then it gets weird. Then you go into all sorts of sea-dwelling creatures. Like
crawfish chip.
Yes, like stuff in that vein. They love that kind of stuff. But what do you think? Let us know what the winner could be. Arya Shadowblade says, my family's from Ohio. I lived in Ohio for 4 years. Never heard of it. Is she talking about the garbage plate or the Cincinnati spaghetti? One of those two. Rochester is what I meant on the garbage plate, and that could be a winner. All right, when we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches. stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
Jessica Dobson, and we're off to a cool start to our Thursday morning. Temperatures across the board are in the 50s and 60s this morning, so you'll certainly want to grab the jacket as you get out the door. But by this afternoon, we will warm into the mid-70s. Still, though, that is about 10 degrees below our normal high in the mid-80s for this time of year. So plan for a high today of 74 degrees with breezy winds, but plenty of sunshine. Temperatures warm back into the low 80s by this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy Don can get you some numbers and explain the details. Then you decide if that makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver for people over 62 on a fixed income. So get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguydawn.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors, from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie-top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Torres volley! What a goal! Orlando City's back at home for their final regular season match as your Lions take on Atlanta on Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m., presented by Publix. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 5 p.m. to catch Kickoff Minus 60, airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Hello, my name is Chris Askew. I work for the Seminole County Fire Department for 17 years, and I'm a proud IDC customer.
Veteran firefighter Chris Askew, a repeat customer at International Diamond Center.
All my jewelry I've ever bought has been from IDC. They have it all. I've never gone there and not find what I needed to find.
One reason Chris loves IDC is that they always roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform with a 15% discount and special financing.
We don't like to have the special treatment. We don't ask for it, but deep down inside, we're not going to sit there and turn it down or say we hate it because, it helps us out. It's their way of showing that they care about us, they're thinking about us, they have our backs.
International Diamond Center, proud supporter of our military and first responders.
Really means a lot to people like me, and that we go through this job every day, and any little thing that like this really does make a huge difference in our lives, and it shows that people care and that we're just not doing it for nothing.
IDC, proud to serve those who serve us. Get location, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Hey, Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
With highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday, and we hope you've had a good one, friends. If you want to join us last minute, do it by sending a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Shout out to Intracoastal Girl, who is the latest Secret Show subscriber. Thank you. Learn about unlocking secret shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. Brittany emails. She says, "Hi, Sean, chiming in from Virginia." Hello, Brittany. You just read Sherry's email, and I wanted to chime in from Christiansburg, Virginia, a neighboring town to Blacksburg. It's a sunny 50 degrees and absolutely beautiful, living in the mountains. You may remember me. I won the Just OK 7 VIP tickets after separating from my ex. I'm happy to report I met my boyfriend in a Halloween Facebook group.
Oh, wow.
We dated long distance for 7 months, and I joined him in Southwest Virginia this past January.
Oh, damn.
And
after
obviously
Go ahead.
joining each other for Halloween coming up.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. Hold on. After a ring shopping a couple of months ago, we're getting engaged at Hula next weekend.
Aww.
There's your answer. As much as I miss my friends and family, moving to the mountains and taking a chance on love has been the best decision I've ever made. Spring and fall are unparalleled here.
Look at that.
Sherry,
I could hear the happiness.
we need to be friends, Sherry. She's already a badass in my book if she likes TNJ. Thank you so much to you and the entire crew. You guys have made the homesickness a little less with your antics. Anyways, all the love from Southwest Virginia, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate you.
Congrats.
Let's work in these final dispatches as we do at the end of the show.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Let's see what we got here. And a quick refresh will bring in the latest right here in real time. This is a funny name talking about something happening in Edgewater.
Hey, guys. So Edgewater High School, I just sent a dispatch about it. Tons of cops. All access points are blocked with cop cars and dozens of officers with their long guns out.
Oh, great.
Is Ollie's okay?
Traffic around Edgewater is still moving freely. I don't know if you guys heard anything about it.
I have not. It might be some sort of threat or something on that campus, obviously. We'll keep an eye on it. That's right next to Ollie's, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's right there in that same
Borderline on campus.
Yeah. Okay, that's going to be it for today. I wasn't lying about the one dispatch this time. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, and that's brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
That's right. Those guys are the best. They are your trusted source for local long-distance moving services. If you want, say maybe you got a little reload money from your company, spend it all on Cento. They'll come pack up your stuff for you and do the entire move. Maybe you got your stuff packed up, but you don't want to lift everything. That was my situation. Cento came and they took meticulous care of our things, and they did it very efficiently, very quickly. Nice guys. Anytime, anywhere, you get a quote today at centomoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
You know, when I moved to Orlando from Chicago and the moving truck finally showed up.
You lived in Chicago?
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you all about it. When the moving truck finally showed up, I remember
11 years.
Going downstairs to the big area where you could pull in like a delivery. And as I go down there, they open the back of the moving truck and they're like, make sure everything's here before we bring it upstairs for you. And when I looked at it, I go, I don't even want any of this stuff.
You know, just drive away.
I was like, what? How do I tell them I don't want these things? I got like free relocation, and it is like you have to do it. Doing that yourself sucks. It's no good.
Just a quick update. I do have from Orlando Police Department about Edgewater. Immediate danger to students or staff. This investigation is ongoing. And then I just sent you guys a video, which definitely shows a lot of police activity right in front of the school. So I don't know how much that doesn't scream unsubstantiated.
Oh, wow. There is a lot of police at this place.
So,
there is a lot of cops around there.
That's the latest. Be safe.
All right, so hopefully that's okay. That happens far too often, and we get way too many of these school threats. Hopefully all is well there, just as it is in all these other situations. The only thing in stories that didn't make the cut, the police are finally investigating that viral video fight between the Ravens fan and the Commanders fans. So now that they know who he is and they're investigating, hopefully we'll finally see those charges against that losers. And that'll have to do it today. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Today I Learned this band.
Take some time.
That's right, Jimmy Eat World. The name of the band came from a drawing made after an incident between the guitarist Tom Linton's younger brothers, Jim and Ed. They fought all the time. Jim usually won the fights, but Ed would seek revenge by drawing a picture of his brother Jim doing something stupid. And he had one where he ate the planet Earth, and he called it Jimmy Eat World. And that stuck with him, and now the band is super famous and good. I like Jimmy Eat World. They're good live, too. Today I learned it takes more than 60 days to climb Mount Everest, so unfortunately I'm going to have to take that off of my schedule.
Can you do half-seas? Just quarter at a time?
Yeah, why not? It's still impressive. Today I learned this guy right here. Bob Dylan. That's right. Bob Dylan is correct. Between 2006 and 2009, Bob Dylan hosted his own weekly one-hour radio show.
Whoa.
It was called Theme Time Radio Hour. Rather than genre, the songs on each episode centered around a lyrical theme such as the weather, money, or flowers, and he would play all the music that he liked around that theme. But he's Bob Dylan, so people probably still just listened. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time.